You're the big toe. I don't think it's over. I think there's still I see Ryan Brannon and people posting in the Discord all the time codes. I'm assuming it's Among Us codes because it's just the code. There's nothing else out there. Oh yeah, okay. Let's redo this. See, that's the problem with the desktop audio having to be muted when we don't usually use it. So Wes's amazing entry there was missed.
I said some super profound shit too.
I
can't believe we
know, dude.
lost that. It's gone.
Oh,
I said revolutionary stuff. I said.
He said he's quitting the show, everything else, so he can be with us because he misses being with us. And then we told him he's the big toe, and that's what I said anyway. So.
That's a good summary. And by the way, guys, it's our final show of the year. It wouldn't be right if we didn't have some sort of audio hiccup. That's just par for the course, right?
I blame Ruuts. Ruuts, you need to unmute the desktop audio, and we should be good. Now, I do want to shout out Jenna Sequoia because Mash was saying, "Who is this Jenna person? He's been gone 2 weeks. All of a sudden, this person." I said, "Dude, she came out of nowhere, and she's like been there from day one. It feels like." And we appreciate you, Jenna. Now you got to go to Q2CVR Gamer tomorrow.
I love it because her story is literally the story of so many others in our small little community here. Everyone's like family, and it's like that. It's like they show up day one, that they see the vibe we've got going on here, and then they're a permanent member. It's like they were always here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, hey Jenna, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for being here and being a part of all these communities so fast, so quick. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out Jenna for sure.
Now you need to, like I said, you need to get to Mash's stream tomorrow for Q2CVR Gamer at 9 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, right? Q2CVR.
Hell yeah.
Twitch. Or yeah.
So you're going live with the regular show tomorrow then.
Yeah, dude. So I fly out of here at 5 tomorrow, and I fly into home airport about 7:30. Just have time to get my bags, get home, and turn the computer on.
And
just in time for your flight to get delayed. And
it will too.
Yeah.
And just
from the airport.
Just for the record, Mash's wife thinks he's crazy, and she's like, "What are you
so.
doing, dude?"
Yeah,
I don't want to miss, man. I've been missing too much.
It's the life we chose. It's the last episode, Eric. It's the last regular episode. Now, with that said, we have a lot coming up over the next month or so. Too much, in fact. I'm so ill prepared. I'm panicking. But I felt like this last year too, and we ended up pulling it off. So hopefully we'll be able to pull it together. We've got other stuff planned, pre-recorded stuff, special episodes. How much of it we actually get done between now and the 2022 show remains to be seen, but we have big things on multiple burners here, and hopefully we're able to at least bring some of that to fruition. Dudes, these games, they just won't stop coming. Like we need to cut it off at some point, but like now Hubris is out. Compound's coming out on Quest tomorrow, guys. Did that one go over your head? Because it almost did mine.
Yeah, went over my head till you mentioned it in the Discord for sure. I totally spaced it. I think you're right, Wes. Wes and I were talking about earlier that maybe we made a mistake of switching. We keep going back and forth for those December games, right? Because we got to get into these games and play them to tell for the game of the year discussion, right? But we still got to go back to the other games and replay or go back into them as well. So I'm kind of feeling a little stressed time wise as well, and I don't even have half the shit you got going on, Wes.
So Rogue TR says I've been around for ages and I have no idea what Q2C is.
What
the fuck?
Wow.
What the fuck is going on here?
This is crazy. Q2CVR Gamer is one of the best podcasts out there, and I will say you give away more stuff. They're constantly giving away stuff over there, so you got to go check it out.
Yep, absolutely.
Definitely.
9 p.m. linked in the description below, as it is every other show.
And there's always a good
Um,
chance that I'm going to like go off on some tangent, like a raving lunatic, and almost
Mash
lose my
rants.
mind.
Mash
so
loves
Yeah.
to
let's
rant.
talk
Oh, yeah.
about the pricing on What the Bat for a moment, Eric.
If you want to see me pop a blood vessel out of my forehead, yeah, let's do that.
What is the price? It's what,
So,
$29.99?
it should
Oh
be.
my god.
If it were,
Yeah,
if it were
it's
priced fairly, that's what it should be.
What is it? 39? Because that's
Nah,
my
it's,
thing. I'm
20
looking.
25.
$24.99.
I'm looking at the games we're
Shit,
talking
man.
about today, and like I don't get that price. $24.95, maybe 15.
Right.
Or $3.99. Free $3.99 would be better.
Yeah.
For that
Free.
game.
Right.
Free.
Free 99.
We'll pay you to play it.
Our friend Gamertag VR is in the chat. He says, "Well, at least Gambit's been delayed. Like
Oh,
that
that's true.
can't be real. Is that true? They literally ran a release trailer on the Upload Showcase today that says it's out tomorrow. So you're telling me that since then they've changed it?
That was the last date I had. I think I had the 8th. I think I had the 8th too, but maybe they did move it to the following week.
Hmm.
That's odd, man. That's odd because again, it was on the Upload Showcase some 12 hours ago that it was going to be out tomorrow, and we've got stuff. Like I've got stuff planned for this, so
Yeah.
Stuff,
it's a little
man.
weird.
That is
I've
weird.
got an on location set for that game, and talk to the guy. You know who I'm talking about, Eric. I talked to the guy today, and he's down, excited,
Oh, really?
ready to do it. Yeah,
Nice. That would be
our
sweet.
friend, our friend in Japan. Now that he has
Yeah,
his
yeah.
DLC behind him, he's ready to go.
I know. I talked to him this morning, a little while ago myself. So let's get it. Let's do it. Let's do it. That'll be a lot of fun.
But we're delayed now. If it's not coming out tomorrow, what are we gonna do? We're gonna have to wait and do it.
Shit.
Shoot it on
We
Christmas.
should still be able to do it though. We all have access,
I
right? Or
agree.
we'll get them access.
We're
That's
gonna be
true.
playing it anyway, right? We're gonna
Yeah.
be playing it anyway, so we might as well. Anyway, yeah, man, releases on top of releases. I think what you're saying is true, Roots. We originally said that we weren't going to consider December games for Game of the Year. And then we went back on that when we learned about all the games that were coming out in December. And now that we know about all the games that are coming out in December, I think we had it right the first time. What do you think, Eric? Do you think we should count all these games? Like, there's no way that we can really play all of this stuff and really let it sink in and judge it accurately, right?
It was the Saints and Sinners that blew it for us because that's when, as soon as we found out that release date, we're like December 1st. Like we can't not vote for that. Have that game to vote for Game of the Year. So what do we do? And that's why I think that's the only reason we changed it, and it completely
Then it
screwed us
came
because
out.
there's so many fucking games in December.
Then it came out and it was a total jank fest, and now I don't want to play it until they fix it.
Yeah,
Well,
hey,
you know what? We could still do it. We could still play anything in December and not have to play any of that stuff.
Yeah, we'll make December 2nd the cutoff.
Yeah, exactly.
and Antoine Jones is actually reminding us, which we actually mentioned this before we got on air, giving a $1.99 super chat. Vertigo 2 hype next year is absolutely stacked, and I agree. And I'm looking forward to that game, probably more that now after playing some of the other stuff. That I think Vertigo 2 is going to be the legit AAA level game we're looking for. I just have a feeling, but I guess we'll see.
You know, among all the bullshit in the Upload VR showcase earlier today, and there was a lot of bullshit, there were some real nuggets of gold in there too. There was some good stuff in that showcase, especially in the second half. But chief among those was Vertigo 2. I'm so excited for that game. I did reach out to the developer earlier today just to see, is there any possibility that they might bring that to PSVR 2? And he said that no timeline on it, but he'd love to. Nothing confirmed, but he would like to be able to port that at some point in the future. So that's promising.
Yeah,
And the
that
game
is
looks
cool.
amazing.
Absolutely.
That would definitely be cool. And I have lots to say on the upload showcase, and I'll probably hold most of it till tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
Probably
my
good,
problem
yeah.
is not the nuggets that are in there. My problem is that what new stuff was in there. Like, that's great that we're hearing nuggets about games that we've heard about a year ago. Why am I
Oh,
still
dude.
hearing about them now? Why are you still giving me the same old bullshit that you gave me over a year ago? Like, why are you making a showcase? I know why you're making a showcase, because you sold out. Upload sold every motherfucking game that was on that list was sponsored by this person, sponsored by this person. That's all
All
I'm
right.
gonna say. I won't
Let's
get into that.
let's be fair, okay? There was some good new stuff. Like the new Joyway stuff
No.
looks awesome. But again, I mean, they kind of Joyway kind of the Pimax of game devs, right? Like they're always like 3 steps ahead, starting something new before they finish something else. Although to their credit, they're finishing stride. Roots, did you know we're getting our story campaign?
I did not. We're gonna get to actually play it then, right? That's what we've been holding out for.
Oh yeah, and it'll be over with as quickly as you load it. It's 1
About
hour.
15 minutes. It's about 15 minutes gameplay. Can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. Well, I don't know.
But
Maybe I can wait.
But with that said, they're doing a Ghost Runner clone, and it looks fucking cool. I forget what the name of it is, but
It,
it's literally a Ghost Runner VR game.
it should be
looked
it should be
cool.
called Ghost Runner VR, because they stole basically everything from Ghost Runner.
Yeah. That's a fair statement. But it looks cool. Ghost Runner was great. Might be my favorite mod of the year. We'll talk about that during the 2022 show. But yeah, that looks cool. The other game that they showed looked pretty cool too, although it's more multiplayer focused. And I feel like it needs to be like $10 or less probably. And I don't have very much faith that that's what it's going to be.
Yeah. No, I don't think anybody's gonna be pricing anything correctly these days. It seems like crazy.
That stuff looked cool. There was another game that they didn't announce any platforms for, and I don't remember what the name of the game was, but the concept was that you're kind of going into dreams and reconstructing them to kind of solve mysteries and things. I thought that looked really cool. Not only like from a visual standpoint, but I like the concept of it. It reminded me of Nevermind on Steam VR, which is one of the first games I bought on Steam VR.
I want to know when we're gonna start hearing some PlayStation VR 2 bangers. You know, as we get closer and closer and closer, and nothing. And it's like Mash was saying about this other thing. I feel like in a lot of ways we're just kept in the dark. You know, and you know, as we're getting closer, I'm agreeing with Wolvie more and more. Or Radio Run. It's like, well, what are the titles that are going to make some people like? I'm still going to get it, but there's still people out there waiting for the banger titles, and we keep expecting they're coming, and we're getting closer and closer. And I'm still convinced they're coming. But Wes, are they coming? You know who else is coming?
My mom.
All right, so I agree and I disagree. I agree that they should be a little bit more transparent and do some hype reels for the stuff that's coming in the future, later in 2023, stuff in 2024. With regards to the launch lineup, I think the launch lineup is stacked right now, and it's better than most console launch lineups. I mean, we already know of like probably 20 games, and there are a good 4 or 5 big titles in that. So,
I'm looking
and,
for. I want
of
the AAA ones. Like, where are the ones
we have them. They're there.
No, I'm talking about like the Modern Warfare or the big developers. There's got to be one out there that's coming, right? Like something that's.
I mean,
at launch,
you have Resident Evil
launch-
8, you have Horizon Call of the Mountain, you have some big titles in
I know, but
there. I mean, just because we've heard about them for so long, it's been delayed. That's the problem. Like if these were all like in one showcase now, ready to go for spring, we'd all be like, wow, this is an amazing launch line. Problem is, we've known about these for almost a year now, and they've trickled out. So we've like, okay, we're already used to that. We're used to that. We're used to that. But if you look at this lineup as a whole, it dwarfs anything that I'm seeing right now from other VR headsets.
period. Period. Look
Compare
at
what we got
any
and what we
launch.
just saw today. Not even close.
aside from the bangers, like you said, the Resident Evil and that type of stuff, there's so much stuff being brought over from Quest that's in that lineup. That's a big chunk of it, and I don't know. I feel like I would be, for me, it's enough. Like you said, I'm great with Resident Evil 8 and I'm great with Horizon, but clearly there's people out there that aren't, that they're still waiting, and Wolvie and Radio Run aren't some anomaly. They're a good indication of the base out there. And I just would hope that there's something a little bit more that we're going to hear. I don't know.
Yeah, I again, I think that they should be a little bit more transparent with stuff that's coming later in the year, and maybe they will be between now and launch.
I mean, you have
Um,
Switchback, you have Firewall Ultra. I mean, the list is
yeah,
more than just ports of Quest games. I mean, to me, those are small compared to you have 10 big banger titles, I think, that are coming that we're just like, we're kind of glossing over. Listen to me. Compare the PlayStation VR 2 launch lineup to the dog shit stuff that I saw today. It's not even close. The PlayStation VR is the only thing I'm looking for now. Give me other titles that I'm like, that you're going to see on PCVR or standalone that you're like, that I'm as excited for as what I'm going to find from PlayStation VR. I can't find it. I want to, trust me. I want it. I just don't see it. And if upload keeps giving me garbage like they did today, I don't know what I'm going to do.
think back to the PlayStation 5 launch, the flat launch of the PlayStation 5. What they have, like maybe 5 recognizable titles, and the rest of them were last gen ports. Like that, they had Godfall, and what else did they launch with? They had like 2 big first party titles with Godfall, and then
Returnal.
like there was a couple.
Mm,
Did they launch
that's a
with
good one.
I
Returnal?
thought I
I
did.
don't think it was a launch.
Was it not
No,
launch?
I don't think it was. No,
But
no.
but we didn't know what Returnal was at that point. So even as a launch title, none of us were like, oh, Returnal's coming. Thank God. You know what I mean? It happened to be an amazing game, but
Demon
I'm an
Souls was right
indie
in that
game.
window. Demon Souls was right in that window, and there was another first party title. But my point is that nobody ever stacks up 10 exclusives on any launch. It doesn't make sense because people aren't going to buy all of them all at once. They space them out. Like you get one here, you get one 3 months later. Again, what they've done in the past that they're not doing now is saying, okay, this is what we've got coming in the pipeline. We haven't seen anything that's in the pipeline yet. And I feel like that's what's going to really sell the Radio Runts and the Wolverazes on buying into it.
Yeah. And this,
We are definitely not done yet. Like I know somebody who knows, who told me a couple of weeks ago, maybe about a month ago when I was in Utah, 5 more titles coming. They couldn't say what ones, but 5 more titles coming. Launch
New
titles.
reveals because we got Moss 1 and 2 today. Is that part of
That's
the 5?
true. I don't know if he meant those part of that 5, but I don't know. That wouldn't those aren't like ones that I think he would have been thinking like would have been like big news.
I would expect more, but again, I really don't know what to expect because the communication's been so poor on the part of Sony. But if we don't get another one, I mean, launch day gets here. All I'm playing is Village, Horizon, and Rush of Blood 2. Anyway, like it doesn't matter what
Cosmonius
else
High.
they come with. That's what I'm playing. With
Pistol Whip.
bro.
Pistol Whip, Cosmonius
Spectacular.
High. We have all sorts of stuff coming over there. Think about the haptics in your head. I mean, it's going to be amazing. So I don't know. I guess this is, it's kind of on the same thing. But so this is the problem, at least for with the upload thing that Mash was talking about. And I agree with Radio Run 100%. He says if he showed my non-VR users that showcase today, they would never buy VR. And I think
Never.
part of the problem is these shows seem to be showcased towards the people that are in VR already, and which I get because who's watching upload VR if they're not into VR? But you still want, like, I would hope my friend doesn't see it because I want him to get into VR. You know what I mean? Like that's a bad showcase if people feel that way. I don't know.
Guido's in the chat, and I want to go ahead and shout out Guido. I know I told Eric earlier today. I don't think I've told you yet, Ruuts. I actually pulled the trigger on a new camera. I'm getting a new
Ooh.
camera
Hell
to
yeah.
take to Vegas with me. I literally spent $500 worth of credit card points on it, and then my in-laws came in for Christmas and put like 100 on it, and then
Wow.
Guido's got 200 on it. So
That's
shout
awesome,
out
dude.
Guido.
Yeah,
Thank
Guido's
you
awesome.
for the support. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
he's been awesome since the day he showed up, and we very much appreciate it. And everyone will appreciate it when I come back with the awesome footage here in January.
Yeah, no, he helped me get my I think it was something, my case or something. I don't know. He's helped me so many times in my streams. So yeah, I appreciate you for sure.
Yeah,
And
he's
thanks to
done it for
everyone.
everybody. I mean, he helped. He donated a ton to D for her computer. Crazy.
Generous man. The generous man, because you're right. He donates a lot, and the guy literally, he's in the same position I am. Like,
He
he
just
makes
doesn't have.
this exact money that I make.
He just
So
doesn't have the
I
family to
don't know.
support,
I don't know
right?
where he gets it all from. You selling drugs, Guido? Guido's got to be selling drugs.
He's hooked on one drug, and that's the drug of VR. That's
You
all
just
he needs.
what this just tells you, Wes, how rich you would be if you didn't have your family. Which I mean, I think the family, I think the family makes you richer, but it costs money to have kids, right? It really does.
That's a good point, Roots. That's food for thought. How rich?
Wes, next week, Wes is like, I'm out. Michelle's like, Roots, you mother.
I'll be back. I got to go get some milk.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Anyway, guys,
Milk and cigarettes.
2022 show coming in hot or cold, depending on how you look at it. Lots to do to get that one together. We're going to be back next week, even though we're not doing a regular episode. I want to come back on next week and kind of give everybody the info dump on what 2022 show is. I have a date in mind that I'd like to put on it, but I haven't ran it by these guys yet, so I don't know for sure. I don't want to announce it yet, but I think we'll be back next week sometime early in the week with all the details. We'll give you the date, the time, and the categories, and then we'll open polls for you guys to vote on who you think should win the awards. So again, if you haven't already, make sure that you click the red button and ring the bell so that you can take part when the time comes. It's coming up quickly.
Yeah, it's coming real quick. You know who else loves to come real quick?
My mom.
Or slow. Either way.
She's good. Yeah, she does.
Both.
Man, I've missed her. I missed her.
Yeah.
Anyway, what a way to go out this year, guys. I mean, in a sea, you saw it during the upload thing. We wade through a sea of cartoony bullshit to get to the real gold. And PCVR in the last minute of the year comes through with some bangers over the last couple of weeks, at least in terms of production. Now, gameplay we'll get to, but there's no denying the two titles that we're covering today, absolutely beautiful from a production standpoint. And you're going to be hard pressed to see anything like this on Quest. Can we all agree on that?
Yeah, absolutely. Not
Absolutely.
until you get some kind of cloud or something, cloud computing. I don't know.
Exactly. Quest 3 is coming, and it will be here within a year. I'm quite confident. And that could be a game changer. But as things stand today, again, we have our eternal gratitude goes to Meta for showing the masses, what VR is. But 2 years in, I'm pretty done with those games, man. I'm pretty done with them, and I'm ready. I'm ready for the next gen to start.
Wait, you weren't all hot and heavy over across the valley today?
Or what the bat?
Yeah,
Across the valley.
no. You mean
Holy
Tomato
Jesus.
Picker VR? Tomato
Holy
Picker
Jesus.
VR, is that what you're talking about?
I don't even know what the hell platform that thing is going to. They didn't even say that was going to. That looked like, I'm like, that's a Quest 2 game. Like, what the hell is that thing?
It could be good, man. We don't know. We didn't play it.
That's true. There's a lot of games. Garden of the Sea, Eric.
That is not going That's not going to be good.
Bluebell wants to know if the dev gave us the key for LONN. No. People like Guido, people like who donated at the top of the show, guys? Who was it
Anton
again?
Jones.
Anton Jones.
Guido right now
You
says, I'm
people.
not going out without donating. Laugh out loud. Love you guys. $20 donation right there. He just bought LONN almost.
Love you.
Love you, Guido.
Yeah. No, you guys have provided this key for us. And literally, tonight's real-time review is going to be my first time in the game. I for personal reasons, did not pick it up on launch, and we did not get a key. And we were pretty resolute for the last couple of weeks that we're just not going to cover this fucking game. Screw those guys. But we're starting to get over it a little bit, and people want to know, is it any good? And we're going to find out tonight together. I'm excited for it. It's really, I played through the tutorial earlier in my G2. It looks really good. Like visually, it looks really good.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Anyway, before we get to that, we need to talk a little bit about Hubris, and before we get to that, we need to say hello to our friends in chat. Would you say, Eric? I spoke over you. I didn't mean to.
No, I was just reading chat, and Jenna says
I was hoping you'd say that, Max. Go ahead.
I just saw that Jenna said, "Hey, God, aren't that terrible? If that's the best you can say about a game, is that it isn't that terrible? That's not good."
I actually like that one, is what she said. And what's funny is if you go to the Quest reviews, it's actually, people really do like that game. I really think I should get in there and check it out, at least to just to fill in the gap.
I think I am going to do the same thing too, because that game very possibly could be up for Game of the Year, and it is my duty to get in there and play that dog shit of a game. So I will get in there and I will put some time into Garbage of the Sea before the first of the year. And Gamertag says LONN is super pretty. Why did the dev Wesson? I think you should probably go through that quickly, just for everybody, before we get into the game.
And it's nothing major. They were impossible to get in touch with. Like, I got no response from them through multiple attempts of trying to make contact with them. And again, it's not about whether or not we get a game key or not get a game key. Devs, games come and go all the time that we don't get keys to, and I hold no ill will about that. But I made multiple attempts to contact them after literally beating the drum for their game for 3 years and got no response. And I know a lot of people that did, and that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But yeah, it kind of pissed me off, made me think, well, I don't need to pay to cover their game if they can't even give me the time of day. And then people kept talking about the game and wanting to know about it, and it does look awesome. And I still do want to play it. I'm still excited to check it out. I just got a little butthurt over that for a minute.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, just because we reach out for a key, none of us ever assume that we're going to get a key. And if we don't get a key, that has no meaning on bearing on how we review a game. If the devs reach out and say, look, we're not giving keys out right now, or we just can't give a key out, worries, no big deal. We'll figure it out, with generosity from the community. But to not respond back, or respond back and then completely blow you off, that's a slap in the face. You know what I mean? At least respond back.
And again, it's not even just that. It's like, to blow me off and ghost me, but not this person or that person or
that's what I mean.
That person. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the one you don't want to talk to. Kiss my ass, Anyway. All right, fuck it. We're canceling it. We're not talking
done.
about
LONN.
No,
Fuck
do
it.
it. Let's go do something else. Mother
refund
Gunship
it.
Forge. Let's go.
Dude, I was gonna do lo-fi. I was gonna get real petty with it, but we'll do lo-fi tomorrow or something.
I am looking forward to lo-fi though. A lot more than I was LONN, if I'm being honest. I'm looking forward to lo-fi for a couple of years now.
Bluebill says that I did the right thing. The patrons are kind of in the loop on that. So really, the only people I've talked about outside of you guys are the patrons. We've had a few good insider updates over the last few weeks because we've not been doing much else. I haven't been doing show notes because we haven't been doing shows. So I've kind of been letting them in on a little this and that. So yeah, they were kind of up to speed on it, especially with the whole thing with LONN in the chat the other day.
That was so the timing wise, right? Crazy.
Anyway, let's say hello to the chat. Bluebell is here. Good to see you. Tatum is here. Says yes, lo-fi, craving more. Lo-fi just got a big update, Tatum, with I think they added 1,000 NPCs into the world, all with their own lines and dialogue. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Radio Runt's here. What's up? Said I played the new build of yesterday of lo-fi. I'd be interested to hear what you have to say about it. It looks like it's really starting to fill out well. Drillo's here. He says lo-fi doesn't just take place in the future; it takes place in its release date of 2978.
It's definitely longer than I would have thought, but I'd rather, I'd rather wait and get a really cool game than something rushed out.
I've maintained that from the beginning. Take 5 years. If it takes 5 years to make an awesome game, then take 5 years.
Yeah, this is the reality. Elden Ring didn't get made in a year. It probably took 7. Like the biggest games out there that we love, flat or VR, it takes time. And so, like, I think people just need to simmer down, chill out.
Yeah, relax. Go play
Wolf
lo-fi.
Raz is Wolf Raz is coming in late, trying to catch the ass end of the drama, and he doesn't even know what's happening. No, it wasn't lo-fi. It wasn't lo-fi. We had a little bit to say about 6 Cent Studios and LONN, who we are covering because I want to be the bigger man, Eric. I want to do the right thing, and we're going to promote their game whether they want us to or not.
I think with the way that
Or-
the game's been received in the last 2 weeks, I think they want us to.
Or maybe we'll take a massive dump on it. I haven't decided yet.
Well, yeah, you got to play it, right? You might get in there and say,
Yeah,
this
that's
thing
a good-
sucks.
We'll be honest. We'll be honest about it. And so far, having played through the tutorial, it looks beautiful, and I'm very excited to play it. And that's the truth.
I will. I got into it today too, and I do have definite opinions on it. And I'm looking forward to getting into it.
Awesome. Who else is here? Janae Sequa, we already said hello to. Mepper's here. What's up, Mepper? Anybody that's ever played that Garden of Sea, I've never heard anybody that played it and said it's bad. And that's
Nope.
just the truth. Everybody that has said, I tried it, they all say the same thing. I like it.
Right.
Nobody likes it. They think they like it. They don't like it.
Let's see here. We said hello to Guido. We said hello to GT. Who else is here? Radio Rock from Idaho. Scroll. Blue Bell, we already said hello to. Got a lot of repeat commenters. What's up, D? D's in the chat. Genetic Blasphemy says, I've got it in my head that Gran Turismo 7 is going to come in March or April for PSVR 2. I think that's a pretty safe bet. Surprised they haven't announced that already, to be quite honest.
There's a lot of
Anthony
PlayStation
Jones.
5 and 4 players that I talk to that are not even aware that the PlayStation VR 2 is coming. Like, because if I see a PlayStation in their house, I ask them, are you excited about the PlayStation VR 2? And I would say probably 70% of people don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, which is weird.
I went and I searched the game on Google earlier today to see if there's any news on it coming to PSVR 2. And you know how Google always gives you the other questions that people ask when you ask a question? One of the other questions that people ask was, is PSVR 2 real?
Well, they're gonna find out.
Yeah. Well,
eventually they'll find out.
And
Technoglitch is in the chat, as is Space Denison. Rogue TR is in the chat as well. Good to see all of you. Felipe Laras, good to see you, Felipe. Is that it? Peter the Underground Game Cat on parole. Does I feel the same? Saw you on parole, like the mellow vibes, and came over here. Well, good. We're glad to have you, Peter. You know who else is glad to have? I shouldn't.
It was started. Wolfie says advertising is almost intentionally not there, which is true. It's like, it's there, but it's not there. It's just so weird, man. So
yeah, well, it's been weird for 3 years since Jim Ryan has taken over. They have basically haven't promoted anything on PS5. Period. Like they put a blog post up when the game's coming out. They released a few trailers. There hasn't been any promotion at all from PlayStation, and I don't understand it. I thought it was a strategy for a long time. Now I'm starting to wonder: is it incompetence? Because
I thought we would at least start to see some Christmas commercials or something for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. There's
I
nothing.
mean, we could leading up to Christmas, but I think even Meta has done some big things with commercials, for the Quest 2 and stuff, and even so I'm just surprised. I mean, that we haven't seen at least something from them.
Chatty's in the chat, as is Mike Newton. And I think that might be. Oh, nope. There's Salvador. Good to see you, Salvador. And Four Wheeling, rounding out the top, says, I got to sleep. I'll watch it tomorrow. That sounds like a prudent decision. Sleep. What is that? Sleep. I keep hearing about it.
Yeah, I think it's one of those conspiracy theories out there. Doesn't exist.
Don't need it.
Shagsy joining us. What's up, Shagsy? Good to see you. Diego Darko says, I reckon Brian might be onto something. Get the last Christmas for PS5 out of the way and then show us the money. That maybe, but it seems to make more sense to me. Like if you think that people are going to be like swayed by them showing us the money in January, like show us the money now, because to have PSVR 2, you gotta have a PS5, right? So it seems like it would sell more PS5s instead of having the opposite effect, or at
Yeah.
least
Because if you're gonna get the PlayStation VR 2 and you don't have a PS5, maybe you get it for Christmas first, or you get it now, right? Instead, it would make sense, you'd think.
Grillo gets it. He says it's going to bomb hard. Wired in 2023. You got it, man. It's going to bomb. Nobody's going to buy it. It's going to suck. No, it's not going to suck. It's going to be a revival for high-end VR, and that goes for PC as well. So we should all be thanking them.
Yeah.
Yeah, again,
Anyway.
people better hope so, because what you saw today is any inkling of what we're getting from standalone VR, we're in trouble, man. We're in trouble.
Well, you said they were all sponsored, right? So that's all. I mean, really, it's all it was is who was paying money to be on that showcase. So like, who knows what the fuck is coming? Like, they didn't pay for it. So
Attack on Titan's coming. We saw
worst
the
I've ever
title
seen.
of it.
Yeah, right. That was nice.
And
Very
you know,
quickly at the end.
It's coming from the Little Witch Academia studio, by the way.
Oh boy.
Doesn't that inspire confidence? Oh, Gamertag's played it. Oh, he knows. He knows if it's good or if it's garbage. You got to talk to him off the air. Anyway, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about Hubris. Man, what a confusing launch day for Hubris. This is a title we played a long time ago. Well, it's probably been over a year. By the way, Eric, it's funny. You know all the communication and back and forth we had to go through to get our keys for this game. Like, we didn't need them at all. The version that they gave us a year ago automatically updated to the full version when it launched. Go figure.
True.
Anyway, thanks to our friends at Cyborg for providing us with review access to Hubris. We very much appreciate your support, and we've been looking forward to this one for a while. We played it a long time ago, like I just mentioned. Pretty blown away with the demo. So certain expectations heaped upon today's launch. And I wake up, first thing I see in my feed is Mateo 311. His headline, fantastic. You know, Hubris VR, fantastic. All right, great. It's good. Great. Then I see Gamertag in my feed. And Gamertag's video says, Hubris looks can be deceiving. And I think, oh God, oh no, oh no. And then I go to Discord. And everyone's like, yeah, apparently the gameplay's not good. I'm not buying it. And I'm extremely confused because the gameplay was good in the demo. How could they possibly have fucked it up? They've taken forever in development. So I started to watch GT's review and then I stopped. So I'm playing this game. I'm not going to watch a review. I'm going to play the game. And I got in it, and I guess I'll start with you, Eric, because I haven't talked to you. I don't know what you think about it. The game was pretty much exactly what I expected it to be. Now, nobody should ever expect an indie game to be Half-Life Alyx, but I kind of feel like a lot of people were expecting that just based on the graphics being so good here.
Yeah, I mean, to me, this game is exactly what I thought it was going to be way all those months ago. This is a gorgeous, beautiful game that has decent gameplay, that's got some bugs because it's by an indie studio, and it's like every other PC launch. I don't remember the last time we had a PC launch or even Quest launch for that matter, where you didn't have some type of little bugs or little issues here or there. So, I mean, I get people are having problems or they're clipping into walls and stuff like that. Game crashes, which I didn't have any of that, by the way, which I'm sure we'll get into. But to me, this game, you're right. This game is exactly what I thought it was. My expectations were right on for this game. I thought it was fantastic. I think it's a really, really good game that maybe does have a couple of flaws. It's not Half-Life Alyx, no, because the story isn't there. And, it's not AAA, but it is gorgeous. It's one of the better games could be the best game you'll see on PC. And I think it's fantastic. And I think sometimes I don't know. Sometimes our expectations are lost, especially with PCVR players, because what are you comparing this game to that you don't think this game is any good? That's what I want to
Yeah, yeah. I honestly think a lot of people, you know how Steam reviews can be, and a lot of people are you know trying to take the Cliff's Notes versions of the reviews and not actually watching them because I thought that GT was going to give it a negative review, and then after I played it, I went and watched his review, and he was pretty much bang on with what he said. It's just I didn't think that that's what he was going to say after I read the title. I thought he was going to crap on it. Roots, you were just as excited for this game as I was. How did it live up to your expectations?
I think it was exactly what I expected it to be as well. Like I was so impressed with the platforming in this. Like everything they did right. It feels good to jump around. It feels good to jump and grab things and climb, and like everything that other games fuck up, they didn't fuck that up. Like, and everything flows. I didn't have any crashes. I didn't fall through the floor. So I don't know anything about that, but I was actually I thought that like I was telling you guys, I wanted to keep going. I wanted to finish building my guns. I wanted to, you know, just become more badass. I thought it was cool so far.
It's interesting because the buzzword of the day has been beautiful production value, but shallow gameplay. And when you look at PCVR and what people hold as the gold standard in PCVR, those words very much apply to Half-Life Alyx. It's a beautiful game with great physics, but the gameplay it's just a I mean, I know I'm going to get the mob on my head for this, but it's a basic shooter. What
know. It
makes that
is.
game great is the world and the storytelling. And I feel like that's what makes Half-Life Alyx probably a better game than Hubris. But if you're talking about depth of gameplay, sure, the gunplay in Hubris, not quite Half-Life Alyx level, not even close, really, in terms of the gunfights. But as Roots was saying here, there's so much more going on than just gunplay. There's exploration. There's a lot of platforming, and again, the world just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. It's weird though, Wes. I mean, you're right because you're talking about GT's review, and if you watch GT's video, he gave it a good review. He said there was some flaws, but he was like, "Should you buy this game? Absolutely, you should buy this game." But Roots, you were telling me earlier that there were people that just looked at the length of his review video as 7 minutes and said, "Oh, GT's video is only 7 minutes. I'm not buying it."
That's the
People, you can't just look at a length of a video and say you're not buying it. Go watch the man's review. He worked hard on it and he gave it a great review.
and it's only 7 minutes long. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's easy to go
Come
watch that
on.
video real quick. And that I was blown away because that was literally the words they said. They said, I'm not going to get it. I don't need to. GT's video is only 7 minutes long. That tells me enough. And I was like, well,
Tells
fuck.
you nothing.
Well, apparently they really trust GT's opinion. But how about you fucking watch the video and find out what it says?
Exactly. Because if his opinion, I think, I don't know what Roots thinks exactly what Wes thinks, but I would say that his opinion is almost exactly what I think of this. This is a beautiful game, PCVR game that has a few flaws in the gameplay mechanics, and then maybe
Okay.
in the depth of the game. I think that's all what we think, right?
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and say that's enough commentary on the reviews. Let's talk about the game. All right. Let's pretend that we haven't heard any reviews or anything anybody's talking about.
Mhm.
We actually revisited the demo fairly recently, probably within the last 2 months, I want to say. And at the time, I was a little bit surprised because there was performance issues last time I played it that wasn't there originally. Um, that's why I was kind of pleasantly surprised when I uh, got into the game today and I played it on my G2 natively, by the way. It didn't even run in Steam VR, it ran natively through WMR and
Nice.
absolutely flawless on the highest video settings. Now, with that said, and I want to know if either of you guys noticed this or not, the graphics are a little bit dialed back from what the demo was. Did you guys notice this at all?
Oh, I didn't notice, but I mean, it looked so good. I
Oh
didn't.
yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful. It's among the very best looking games on PCVR, but it's not there's not as much resolution in the distance as there was before, and I think this is a good thing. This is what we saw, same exact thing we saw with that horror game, that Hinge. When Hinge launched, absolutely beautiful, but stuttered constantly. Now the stutters are gone. Distant objects are not as crisp and detailed as they were, but still, Eric, just absolutely gorgeous, right?
This is one of the finest looking games you're going to see. I mean, this is the graphics in this game are stunning. Some of the things that you see, and guys, this isn't some dungeon crawler where they're like eating the environments as you go into a room, and so they can use the power of their processing to make things better in front of you. They don't do that. A lot of these environments are open, that you can see everything behind you, in front of you. They're vast, and maybe some of the draw distances aren't as good as they were before, but I think they're still amazing. I played this on my 3080 Ti at home, and I played it on my on a laptop today. Um, the 3080 laptop. I had no issues running this game at all. I had no crashes. I know there are people that have had some clipping issues where you get into a wall, or climbing issues, or there I know there are issues are there, but I think they're few and far between. I don't think they're as prevalent as a lot of people say they are, because I played this game probably in total maybe 4 hours to 5 hours, and I on two different and I haven't had an issue yet. So I think this game is beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's one of the best looking games you're gonna find. It is Half-Life Alyx quality of visuals, if you ask me.
Yeah, yeah, I would say it's close to Half-Life Alex in terms of just pure visuals. You're right, and I guess we should just go ahead and get that bug out of the way. There was really the only one bug that was prevalent throughout the game, and it is a clipping issue, and it's kind of weird because the level geometry is kind of in between. Like most of the time in normal interactions, your hands won't go through the walls or anything like that. But when you're climbing and sometimes when you're swimming, somehow it breaks it and allows you to clip into the level geometry. And when that happens, your vision just blacks out and you die. The good news is that there are auto saves frequently, so you don't have to like go and replay long stretches of the level again when it happens. So it's not a game breaking bug, but it's something that probably happened to me 5 times through my
Oh wow.
playthrough. Did you have any of this Roots? Any of this clipping bug?
No, I didn't notice any clipping at all. I noticed my stream doing a little taking a shit here for a second. But no, it was everything seemed to work fine for me. I don't know if one thing that did kind of drive me crazy, and this is something for the devs if you're inclined to include this, but like I would love to be able to smooth turn when I'm climbing a ladder or
Mm.
on a pipe or something. I like you're locked and it makes it very awkward, especially if I'm sitting in a chair and I don't want to turn. I mean, that's the answer. You just turn in your play space. But some people don't. Some people want to turn with their smooth turn, and I don't understand why that's turned off for that. And because that did give me a little bit of weirdness when I'm trying to climb these poles sometimes, in a trying to grab it in a weird way. And it could have been solved with me just turning my thing away. So
It's a valid
Yeah, agreed
point.
on that one.
It's a valid point because if you're going to have a seated mode, but you can't turn while you're climbing. It completely defeats the purpose of a seated mode. Now they do have a good seated mode with proper force grab and crouching mechanics, but they dropped the ball a little bit on the climbing because it makes you stand up, right? And if it's somebody besides us who are sitting down just because we're lazy, and somebody who's actually handicapped, that's going to be a big deal, right? So hopefully I mean, that's an easy one for them to patch out. Hopefully we'll see that in the first update.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again
Uh,
too. I mean, this is day one, right? I mean, how many titles have we seen recently launch with issues, and usually within the first few days they've got multiple patches out. So I
Day one jank. We've talked
yeah,
about it a million times. Day one
happens all
jank
the
is a
time.
normal thing. Yeah.
Yep, especially
Everything has
for a
that.
game of this high quality of of visuals and fidelity. There was just knew some issues. So I kind of expected it going in a little bit, but nothing
So
game
let's
breaking. There's no game breaking here.
no, nothing like that. There's actually, considering what this game is, it's actually quite remarkable that it runs as well as it does, and I think it's a credit to the team at Cyborn for waiting long enough to have something good when they brought it to market. So, yeah, kudos to them.
Yep.
So, let's just get to the elephant in the room. The big keyword of the day is shallow gameplay. This is what I keep hearing: the gameplay shallow. The gameplay shallow. It's a story based adventure game with some shooting sequences, a lot of exploration, some basic crafting, and a lot more platforming than I was expecting. Roots, I know you're a big platforming guy. What did you think about the platforming in the
I
game?
loved it. Especially when you were starting to look for stuff to build your gun, and you're having to get up on those ships or get on just different. You're looking around, and you're like, okay, there's got to be shit here somewhere, and so you climb it up on these places and get into the top, and sure enough, there is stuff up there. I just really enjoyed it. I love platforming, and I think they did it very well. And it couldn't have been done without their climbing. Like, it's so easy to grab stuff. Like, every time you go to grab a ladder rung or a edge or whatever, I grab it every fucking time. And that sounds like that should be basic. That should be in every game, but so many devs miss it to where it makes it awkward. And you couldn't platform in this game without the climbing being as good as it is. So they kind of go hand in hand.
Uh, Lots of exploration because crafting pretty central to the gameplay. Eric, happy to report there are hidden secret areas in the game where you can find extra crafting materials. Did you find any of those little rooms?
I did, and there's other stuff too to find. There's like little Easter eggs you can find as well in the game, which is kind of cool. I love that kind of stuff too. I love being able to find different stuff and find different rooms and look for different things. And I was happy because, to be honest with you, even with the knowledge I had with the game, I had no knowledge. I didn't realize that they were going to have that kind of like you need to go get material to build things to upgrade or things like that. So I thought that was a pleasant surprise for me.
Um, so let's talk about the shooting. And primarily, at the end of the day, this game is a shooter. You can tell where it does take a lot of inspiration from Half-Life Alyx in terms of the way the menu system works and the progression on the guns. But I wouldn't compare this game to Half-Life Alyx, and I think this is where a lot of the big disconnect is coming because I think GT's point in his review earlier is if you have a game that looks like Half-Life Alyx, people expect it to play like Half-Life Alyx, and this game lacks in terms of the firefights. They're not as intense. The AI is not quite as good as Half-Life Alyx. The game obviously is about a quarter of the length of Half-Life Alyx, and the storytelling, while the story is good, the storytelling isn't quite on the level of Half-Life Alyx. With that said, there's a lot more platforming, exploration, and climbing here. But if I had to just look at the gunplay in a box, um, rather than compare it to Half-Life Alyx, I think it's more closely compared to something like Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge. I think that this is like if I had to draw a comparison gameplay wise, I would say that it's very much like that, with the exception of it's not as fragmented. It's one big long thing, obviously on another level in terms of production. Um, but I mean, I think, especially in terms of the gameplay, it really reminded me a lot of Galaxy's Edge. Is that a fair statement, Eric?
Kind of see the correlation with that. I mean, it is definitely a art. And, it is kind of a cover shooter because you can't take a ton of damage. Yeah, I kind of like that correlation to Galaxy's Edge. My question is like I get people are like, oh, the gunplay is not great, or it's a little shallow, or the game mechanics not great, but like what are you bringing it to? What is great? Like how many what like what's wrong with this, or what doesn't this do that I mean, name me 3 games that are better, and let's leave
And by the
Half-Life
way,
Alyx out of it.
by the way, this is a $40 game, not a $60 game. This is a $40 game, and this goes Roots. This kind of goes back to what we were talking about last week. Is it's weird because it's like there's no room in people's minds for any kind of middle ground. You're either a $25 or $30 game, or they expect it to be a $60 game, even if it's $40. People expect $40 games to be $60 games. I think this is a perfect example of that.
That's a big disconnect, and that's one of the problems, right? Is a $40 game. Saw somebody in the chat earlier say this. $40 is the high end, and I guess it was at one point, but it's not going to be. Like 60 is the top end, or 70 now, I guess, for some things, for everything except VR. And now we're having more and more devs come in, and they didn't spend as much money as Half-Life Alyx to make this game, but I'm sure they spent a lot of money to make it this good. And so that it's got to be $40. We got the production value of $40. And I agree with what you said, Eric. Like, what else are you going to put up against this? What game are you telling me is so fucking deep, that is so amazing compared to this one? Because a lot of the VR library is not deep. And that's one of the biggest problems. This game seems to be, at least so far, 2 hours in, deeper than most of the games I've been playing. So I don't really get that, except for maybe they just wanted more, right? So or expectations. So.
Drilla in the chat, who subsequently has enjoyed his 2 hours in the game thus far, said the reload was a bit weird. The over the head with both
Yeah,
hands. You don't have to
Mm.
put both hands on
just
it.
one.
You bring it up to your ear, and you can hear it reload. When you hear it's finished, you're ready to fire. It reminded me a little bit of Farpoint. Now, Farpoint, you did that action to switch weapons. It wasn't a reload; it was a switch weapons. But there was a few times in this game, Eric, that I actually did get some Farpoint vibes. I
Heck
really
yeah.
like the diversity in the environments here. Between the indoors and the outdoors, they did a pretty good job in what is a relatively short game of mixing up the areas that you're in.
Yeah, definitely. I get exactly what you're saying with the far vibes, especially some of the earlier levels when you're outside, and it's definitely there. And I thought the enemy variation was pretty good too.
Yeah. Farpoint vibes early on Roots, and then you get indoors and it changes into like Doom 3 vibes, right?
Yeah, the indoors was really cool. Like I said, I'm really enjoying the just the vibe, like the security drone gunship thing. I just think it looks really cool. And I'm just enjoying it so far. I do want to go back in because I'm only about close to 2 hours, and I think that the story for me is there. I wanna see how this thing ends.
Um, so we've covered most aspects of the game so far. I do want to kind of echo something GT said in his review that I felt um, was true. And he said, I don't know that the music wasn't good in the game, but it wasn't memorable. And I feel exactly the same way. I don't remember any
Was there music?
music in this game. Yeah.
That's
I don't know.
that's a very good
There wa-
point, because I'm
there
thinking
is, but it's
I'm like trying to remember it. I don't remember it at all. It's not memorable. That's a good
And
point.
it's kind of weird too, because when you're talking about something that's high production, story driven, you guys know what a difference a banging soundtrack can make to building tension, to conveying emotion. Music is very powerful. So Eric, I feel like that's kind of a missed opportunity here. Like they've got a very high production game in terms of graphics, but the audio doesn't meet the visuals.
Yeah, it's but to me, it's not a miss nor a hit because if it's not there, it can really hurt a game, and that's not the case here. Like it's not like you didn't come out of the game and go, oh man, this was a big miss. If there was audio, it would be way better, or if the audio was better, it would be, or if the music was better. It's just not that way. It's just it's okay. You know what I mean? It's not bad. It's not great. It's not memorable. You didn't come out of it, but I didn't come out of it going, oh man, how come there was no great music or whatever. So I think
Uh,
you got to find that middle ground. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying that I didn't come out of it going, wow, the soundtrack blew me away, but I didn't come out of it going, wow, that was a major miss either. So I think we're kind of in the middle
Imagine if
somewhere.
the first time you poke your head out of the water, that you have some light strings coming in the background, like, "Eh," or you have this awesome John Williams score where you're going through these bases, and then the first time those drones come around the corner, you got like a tuba in the background. Wah, wah. It makes a big difference in these types of games. And you're right, it wasn't like they did it and it sucked. It's just they could have done it, and they probably should have.
Well, I'll tell you what though, the sound in general though, I was impressed with as far as like the way you could tell like enemies, the those little things, coming at you, you turn around a corner and you could start to hear it. They did really good on that, I thought.
Yeah, there was a lot of sound cues in the game, from the reloading,
Mm.
excuse me, to the enemies. Um, I think they did a pretty good job with the overall sound effects. Really, my criticism is
Music.
solely music. Even like with the crafting and the 3D printing, I thought all that was really cool.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of the gun being only one gun, but it like morphs into three different guns? Do you think that was like a bit of a mess, or you didn't have more variety?
I liked it. I mean, obviously I would have liked more variety in the arsenal, but the fact that the gun itself is just one gun that changes into different guns, I thought that was cool.
The animations for that are amazing. I just kept watching the animations of it morphing, and I
Yeah.
was like, "This is so cool."
I still haven't really found a practical use for the shotgun yet. The range is just too small on it, and you know me, I'm a range shooter. So honestly, even though the guns were cool, I stayed on pistol, 90% of the time.
Roots, you know what they need? They need a rock clan lobber.
Oh yeah, dude, that's Wes's baby there. I still need to figure out how that thing's gonna be a good gun, but I trust Wes. I know that he knows what he's talking about.
I'll show you. I'll show you how it's good, dude. You
Uh,
open up the door, you nail them, you shut the door, and it just keeps hurting them after you're not even in the room. They're dying when you're in the next room. It's great.
That is pretty good.
Drillo says the Callisto Stutter Protocol is a full-fledged flat AAA, and it only has one gun with attachments.
mhm.
Don't ruin my hype for Callisto Protocol. I'm ignoring all the negativity. I'm waiting for Prey Dog's Unreal mod to come out. This game is confirmed to work with that mod, and we're going to see what VR can do for it.
Yeah, I think Dee's played through a good portion of it so far, and she's really liking it.
Mixed reviews on that one. A lot of people say it's good. A lot of people say it's garbage. Some people say it won't run. Other people say it's flawless. Uh, kind
Sounds
of
like a
weird.
VR game.
It runs flawless
Yeah,
on
Nobody knows.
PlayStation 5. So that's
right.
what's weird, right?
Almost rented it. And then I backed off. I got God of War Ragnarok instead, because I want
Ooh,
to play Callisto Protocol in VR. So we're gonna wait. Anyway, guys, I don't know how much more we can say about Hubris. I think that we all recommend it for $40 all day long, right? There aren't that many uh, awesome games in the PCVR library these days, and this is a much needed banger title, in my opinion. Um, Roots, agree, disagree?
I agree. I mean, it's $40. I think is a very fair price, and what I've played of it so far has been enjoyable. So You know, a lot of people talk about walking sims, and if they're beautiful enough, they'll play through it. This is not a walking sim. This is an actual game, and it's a beautiful fucking exploration platformer. Really, I would consider this as much of a platformer as I would a shooter. So
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like a lot of people keep going back to depth of gameplay. I think polish it would be a more accurate description of the game's flaws than depth, because depth implies that it's one or two dimensional, while this game has three or four of them going on. Even though they could have been fleshed out a little bit more, there's a lot going on here. Um, Eric, what do you think? $40, yay or nay?
Absolutely worth it. This is, in my opinion, this is a flawed masterpiece. This is a game that if a bigger development studio who had more money had this game, this could be probably one of the best games we've ever played in VR. But for an indie studio, um, this game's great. This game is amazing. It does have its flaws and a few drawbacks, but you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't go play this game. Now, I'm not saying it's cheap. I'm not saying it's an easy price tag for a lot of people to handle. But if you're a VR fan and you don't play this game, I think you're doing yourself a disservice.
Or you could just go to Quest, play What the Bat, 25
mm,
bucks, save
There you go.
15. You save $15 paying that.
Perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
$15.
Oh,
It's definitely
yeah.
worth it, man. What the bat?
Yeah.
How does What the Bat get here? All right. How does What the Bat have a 4.8 rating on the Oculus Quest store at $24.99, and this game is getting killed in Steam at $40? What world are we living in? What are people doing?
It's
I don't understand it.
it's this
Estimate.
it's
It's a
this. Oh, go ahead.
it's an exercise in expectations. And I don't know how many times people have to be disappointed before they learn how to manage their expectations. Go ahead, Ruth. Sorry.
They won't ever learn it. What the all you have to do is look at Steam for what the bat or whatever. What was it? What the something the series? Like I said this before when it came out. It's so bizarre to us, but this has a really big cult following on Steam or in general. The series, the whatever it is.
What the
Uh,
golf? What the
yeah,
golf?
what the golf. And so I think that alone, the people that love what the golf, that it was a no brainer. I'm getting what the bat, and I'll get what the golf club, and I'll get the I'll get everything. What the fucking I don't know. It's just
Literally the dumbest game I've ever played. Literally, there's no redeeming qualities.
you
to this
did
game.
you
Oh,
played it.
come on. It can't be as dumb
Oh,
as the
I've played a ton
American
of this.
Dream.
You played a ton of it.
This is the American dream, but instead of guns, you have bats for hands. This is exactly American dream. That is a great comparison. This, as stupid and nonsensical as American Dream is, and a game that should be wiped off the face of the earth, that's what the bat is. It's exactly that. It's worse.
But it doesn't make fun of Americans.
Well, that's
So
true. Maybe it should.
maybe it should.
Oh.
But make fun of
Yeah,
the people
maybe it
buying
should.
it.
Where are the devs from? Where are the devs from? Yeah, no, anyway.
I don't even know.
Roots on. I want What the Blade. That's what I
Yes.
need. What the
There you
Blade.
go.
Yeah, I think what the blade. See, that's what I think
Chainsaw.
we haven't found the proper attachment to our hand, right? And then what the bat, what the blade, what the dildo. No, that's probably not a good one.
That was kind of in hubris with those things that
Those
you
things. What are those little? Are you talking about the things that you create?
that you throw across the gaps and then you climb on them.
I want to know what those.
I was wondering if we were going to go there. Yep.
Well,
Yep.
Eric,
They're very floppy. Like very floppy.
Very floppy.
Anyway, I think it's time to move on. Hubris is a big thumbs up here from all of us. If you're having a bit of trepidation about buying it, don't. You get 2 hours, play it, see what you think. I bet most of you decide to keep it and play all the way through it.
Yep.
Anyway,
I just want to say can I say one more thing? I was just thinking about this. How many people out there absolutely are like, Kayak VR is the best game ever? Like
oh my
the
God.
visuals in Kayak VR are amazing. This and then they're gonna look at this game and go, hey, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't get that. I don't understand. Kayak VR is not a game. Kayak VR is a boring simulation. of maybe of getting in. So, and this game has the looks and the beauty of Kayak VR, but it actually has games, stuff to do here. So,
You can get out of your kayak and fucking swim. That's what's kind of
yeah.
cool, right?
This has the best swimming mechanic. We didn't mention that, by the way. The best swimming mechanic in VR that I've ever done. It's up there with Freediver.
Yeah, it's just like Freediver in the way that it works. Probably not. Freediver was a bit more challenging because they put a lot more current and stuff in the water.
And you were
But
drowning
I mean,
every time you went left
true.
somewhere, right?
right? Exactly. And this is just fun. It's just easy and beautiful. I probably should have jacked the difficulty up on it a little bit.
That's
But
what
I
somebody
enjoyed
was
it
saying to
nonetheless.
put it on hard mode, right? That's the
Yeah.
proper. So
Yeah. I think that's sage advice.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, hopefully we put some of your fears to rest here today. A lot of the things that people were saying about this game are exactly what they said about LONN a couple of weeks ago, and I honestly don't know if that's founded or not because it wasn't founded for Hubris. So what we're going to do is we're going to find out together right here, right now, as I'm going to break off. My friends Eric and Ruuts are going to stay on screen here, and we're going to talk about the game as I play through it for the first time. So those of you who have been around for a while know the drill. If you haven't been around for a while, bear with me just a moment. I'm going to switch over. I'm going to get in the headset and we're going to talk about this game as we play it. Real time review style here on the final Strangers in the Night of 2022.
this is a freshie for
I'll
me,
be
Eric. Oh, go ahead. You can switch.
Actually,
anyway,
for
let's
you,
use
Ruuts, really?
Right.
I didn't get it. I didn't go into LONN. So I'm watching Wes's gameplay here is going to be my first experience of seeing what's going on.
So
I thought
I
about
didn't
going
play a
into
ton
it.
of it. Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't play a ton. I played a little bit, but I'm in the same boat with you. I played maybe like an hour of it. But yeah, I mean, I didn't even tell Wes because Wes didn't play it, so I didn't want to tell him what I thought about it. We were talking, pre-show, and I'm like, I just kind of kept my mouth shut because I don't want to say this game is good because
Oh,
I do not like these developers at all. I don't like the way they handled anything. I don't like the way that they say one thing out of their face, like and then don't do another with other things. But we said this a long time ago. We'll review the game, and if it's good, we'll say it's good. And this game is really good, Ruuts. It's
is it
really good.
really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it really is. They did a good job with this game. This game is awesome looking. It looks really. The environments are amazing, and I'm gonna kind of like. I mean, we'll see what Wes says when he gets the headset on, but I'm gonna liken this to like Hubris a little bit because it's a flawed. To me, it's not a masterpiece, but it's flawed. It's a flawed, really good game. It has some issues that definitely pop up here and there. You can tell this game was made by like a person team, but what's here, the good stuff, is really good. The gunplay is fun. I like the upgrade systems. I like you're getting these credits and finding these credits to to buy different things, and the story is super cool too, man. I like it a lot.
Well, we got the calibration going pretty soon here. That's one of the things. The best part about it. I don't know. I like this type of game anyway, and you know, it wasn't. There's no guarantee it was going to be good, right? And I guess we'll find out here shortly. But so many games that we've done that I've played over the last couple of years that were shooters that were similar to. I mean, a lot of them let me down, and so I'm glad to hear that this is good so far.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's in the climbing's pretty good. There's a lot of platforming in this game too. I think a lot of jumping around. Kind of a lot like Hubris, where you got to like maneuver the environment to get to different places. It's got like a gravity mechanic where you can kind of like pick things up, almost like gloves in Half-Life Alyx, but you can do more with it. You can because there it was just like pick things up and flip it towards you. Here you can actually pick an item up and like maneuver it through the environment, which is kind of cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, and you have to it uses that to like solve certain puzzles or to grab certain things. So it's not just like a gimmicky maneuver. You have to use it to get through some of the environments. So I thought that was pretty cool as well.
Yeah. Now you
But
make me want to.
we'll see if Wes the arms were a little janky for me. Like they didn't always look and line up right for me.
Well, I think that's kind of a byproduct of the physics system. So this game, I've only played through the tutorial. Two things really stuck out to me. One, visually, I mean, this game might look better than Hubris. I mean, this game looks like Hubris looked before the update. Very detailed. Second thing is the physics. Boneworks physics in this game. Now the environments are not as interactive, or they don't seem to be so far. But that's it's all the good and the bad with that, right? Everything has weight, and you can climb pretty much anything. But at the same time, there's a lot of jank that comes with that, and I think that's kind of what you're talking about here.
Yeah. Yep. And Botched, it says, what game are you talking about? We're talking about LONN, LONN. And it's a PCVR game that Wes is in right now. And Bluebell, thanks for hanging out. Have a good night.
And again, I'd like to take the opportunity not to thank the developers at 6 Cent Studio who did not return any of my emails, nor did they provide a key. This key has been provided by our awesome community, and we thank you for your continued support.
Yep, and this is why we're playing this game. We're playing it because you have the interest and you wanted to know what our thoughts were on it. So,
well, that and this game looks awesome. I want to check it out. Well, it looks like it's going to make me. Oh, okay. Now this is the menu screen, guys. Look at this. This is the menu, the title screen. So this is how you go into the different modes. There's a replay mode where you can replay the levels here. There's an arena mode over there. There's parkour levels here, and then here's the game screen all the way down here. Beautiful. Love the design.
I was telling Ruuts, Wes, like, I don't know how you just got to the tutorial, but way more platforming in this game than I thought there would be. Like, almost like Hubris, like where how Ruuts loved that part. I think he would love that part a lot.
Yeah, and unlike Boneworks, when you actually get to the top of something you're climbing in here, they provide you a mechanic to actually get on top of it.
Oh my god, that I just thought about just brought Boneworks up. How many people are like in love with Boneworks, that shattered mess of game, and they're killing these games? I don't get it.
Yeah, yeah, it's one of the things I was talking to Brian about earlier today, off the record, is there's a very clear double standard in the way people are reviewing games now, and I think, and again, I just have theories on why this is. I feel like some people, when they start to go negative on games, like if we go negative on games, outside the context of like what the bat and stuff we're making fun of, if we play something that sucks and not a lot of people are asking about, we just don't talk about it. Yeah. But I feel like there are people out there that, they start going negative on games and they feel like, and again, this is just a theory, I think they feel like that gives them more credibility because they're not positive on everything. And then when they start down that road, now everything they have to shit on. And again, that's just a theory, but I've seen it happen with more than one person who, typically were always very positive about the games they played. And then it seemed like overnight, they just got more and more negative to the point where now they're being more negative than positive. And I really don't understand why.
Agreed.
Anyway, that's just a theory. Here's my gun. And here's my ammo. I'm getting a little bit of jitter here that I didn't get before we were streaming. So I may have to dial the graphics back a little bit. Not bad, just a little bit.
What do you think of the reload mechanic and everything here? I thought it was really cool, really well done.
Oh yeah, man. It's just a pretty basic clip system. You drop the clip. There you go. Drop the clip. Put a new one in. Crack the chamber. Boom. They've redesigned it for Cyberpunk, but yeah, pretty standard. Looks and feels good.
Yeah, like I wish. This is one thing I wish Hubris did. I wish they did the reload like this.
One thing Hubris does that I wish.
It is.
One thing Hubris does that I wish LONN would do. This game really needs a force grab. So, like, they give you a seated mode. Awesome, you can squat, but you have to put your hand on everything that you pick up. And I feel like that's a little bit of a miss with this one. I am going to dial the graphics back because I'm getting a little reprojection. I don't know what it looks like for you guys, but I'm seeing it a little bit here.
Seems fine, but I mean, I'd say turn it back, or tune it back.
Let's see what we got here.
They're
Graphics.
watching what Wes does in real time. This is how Wes handles his pixel density.
I'm going to turn the anti-aliasing down. Also, this is something I noticed before. Like, to turn something down in this game, you have to go to the right. It's like you're in China or something. So let's see what this does. We'll turn pixel density down just a little bit. Turn the anti-aliasing down and see what that does for it.
So anybody playing this, and you're looking to get it, you're playing on a 3080, right, Les?
Yeah, playing on a 3080, no
G2.
TI, no TI, just a straight up 3080 here.
And I did
But I
play
am
this
playing on-
today on my laptop, just so everybody knows. So I don't think you need like crazy. Like I have my laptop has a 3080, but laptop 3080s are kind of like a real 3080, right?
And as the Ruuts just said, I am playing on HP Reverb G2, which is two 2K displays inside this thing. It's a lot of pixels.
Hybrid Energy says there is a force grab in the options left.
I didn't know that
Oh,
either.
there is? Awesome. Thank you. That's useful info. I'm gonna die. Get away from me. Arr. All right. How does the health work in this? Is there a health meter, or is it just something that if you get hit too many times you die?
I think it's in the back of your hand, and then you get health like on the walls. Like you got to get your gloves, I think, first. But I think you can get there's health like on the walls, almost like a Half-Life Alyx type of thing, Half-Life type of thing.
Oh, I forgot to rack the slide. Come on, bro. Get your shit together, Weasel. People are trying to kill you. Come out, you pussy. Just wants to hit and run. F that guy. Give me this bat. I'm gonna nig in this bitch.
You know who doesn't hate it or still loves a hit and run?
My mom!
That's a way to phrase it. She loves it a lot.
Now, I noticed something earlier. There was a thing to recharge these, like these clips. But I also noticed that I can just put them in my thing here, and they go right back normal. So I don't know if that's a bug or what. But there are stations to recharge the ammo when they run out.
Yeah,
don't
that's how
think
you
you
kind
have
of
to.
refill it.
I don't think you have to do that though.
No, but I think ammo later as you go is not as easy to come by.
Oh,
So-
I got you.
Yeah. So you will.
Well, I must already have one up there. Yeah, okay. All right, let's go. So this is literally as far as I went earlier. I didn't go any further. There's ammo everywhere in here.
Yeah, I think it's
You
because
should
it's like the early stages. You're gonna run out later.
Should turn that
All right,
force.
I'm gonna turn force grab
yeah.
on. Yeah.
Yeah. Hell. See now for that one, guys, whoever the devs, that should be your default. Default should be force grab. You can turn it off. Like you have
Yep,
an awesome
yeah.
mechanic like force grab. Why not
Yeah.
show it off? Make people if they don't want it.
And by the way, the turn rate's so fast in this game, I had to turn it down. Like, if you turn it all the way up, it's crazy.
I actually like that
Like,
too.
Controls,
it's
maybe?
like, what was the other game that did that? It was Warhammer Tempest Fall.
Oh yeah, we'll
Yeah.
just spin you, right? We'll just spin you in circles.
I don't see where it's supposed to be. Where would it be?
Yeah, I don't see it. It's not in controls. Turn mode, turn rate, direction,
Is there
And-
gameplay method like that?
spectator, off. That's not it. Audio, nothing. Controls we just looked at. Graphics.
Yeah, I don't
No,
see
it's
it.
not in here.
Who was it who said that earlier?
Hybrid Energy.
Liar! Kidding.
Gotta be there somewhere. Maybe.
Oh, you got to get the gloves. That's what it is. Les.
Oh,
okay,
The gloves are gravity gloves. That's why.
I got to get the Russells.
Yeah, the Russells. Yep.
Man, there's tons of ammo, Eric. I think you're wrong.
Yeah, it's just a free stage.
He's like, I've been further than you have, Ruth.
Lots of beer too.
Yeah, drink some beer.
Who doesn't want
Can you
beer?
drink it? I didn't think you could drink it.
If
No.
it was like Sea of Thieves, you can drink it and get drunk.
Puke on somebody. My favorite thing to
it'd
do
be
is
fantastic.
to get drunk, puke, and then catch it in a bucket, and then throw it in somebody's face. That's just the best. Because then it makes them puke, and then it's just a good time.
Exactly.
All right, so here we are. This is how we climb, people. Just like bone work.
Yet?
Yeah. Now here's the cool thing. When you get to the top, watch my feet. See how they automatically bow in? All you have to do is lean forward, and you fall down. No, I'm just kidding. Hold on. Not perfect. Not perfect, obviously, but ta-da! We made it. Last night's mission was a breeze. All of these lore weapons were there just for the taking. We're going to cause some havoc now. I guess these are the bad guys saying all this shit. We're going to kill them all. Let's go for a ride.
Jenna, it's Sea of Thieves puke. It's not disgusting.
Yeah, it's not real puke.
It's
It's 8-bit.
it's feel good puke, if there is such a thing.
The feel-good puke of the summer.
That's right.
Oh man.
Oh, this dude's been drinking beer in bed, throwing the cans in the floor. He must be depressed.
Mm-mm.
He's got a Higgs unit staring at him constantly. That's pretty cool.
Maybe that's why he's depressed.
Bounty alert. Driver destination 945 code 344. That probably don't mean anything. All right, that's kind of weird. That thing just went into my hand. Okay. Can I put these in something and watch them, Eric? Probably not, right?
I don't think so. No.
Probably just props.
I don't have too much more time in here than you do, by the way. I only got 8 minutes.
You got to bounce when you need to bounce, bro. We got
No.
this.
I'm just saying I don't have. I didn't have as much time in this game.
Oh, okay.
I
thought
only
you
put
just
about
been
an
ready to
hour.
go.
Not much more than you, maybe an hour.
Why can't I get in here? Like, look, it's invisible wall in front of the button.
Oh no, I hate that.
I found that in I tried to go one direction in Hubris, and it was like in the beginning when and it was like, nah, you're not going this way, and it was like a wall.
Wait a minute. I mean, did I not go in seated mode? I'm pretty sure I did. Why am I squatting? Hold on a second here. Hold on.
Ruuts
There
D
you
says,
go.
you know who else likes to have parties in bed?
My mom.
Yeah, she does. You know who else likes to squat?
My
Good
mom.
morning.
Good
Or
morning.
should
Yeah.
I say evening? How was the
You know
job
who else
last
looks
night?
like that?
Oh, the usual. Talking to stupid
I don't know,
people,
is that- it does-
drinking cold coffee, and chasing bad guys.
I don't know if that's accurate. Yeah,
Are you
My
calling me stupid?
might as well throw it out there.
Never.
Yeah, might as
It's
well.
like fighting ghosts. You seem to
Wes,
come
did
from
you just
everywhere.
go in behind her and look
There's
at
a
her
long,
ass?
grueling bounty downtown.
did no
Memphis.
such
He's
thing. I don't know what
married.
you're
He
talking
would
about.
never
I
do
got it,
that.
man.
Great
That's not
work.
right.
We looked
Although
at
I-
her digital
I-
I bet
ass.
you partied in the
Now,
club.
I'd have a
would-
lot more money
You
if
know
I
me.
weren't, right?
I would be.
Hard,
Now I'm not
hard.
married, so I'd be
Yeah,
looking at
yeah.
it
Party hard.
hardcore.
Look, I was calling
Maybe.
to say that I've had the next job come in. But if
Just
you
saying.
need to take
What is
some
happening?
time to
I
shake
can't
off that
hear anything.
hangover.
Is it like scanning? What is scanning this chick
Let me
doing?
let me turn it up a little bit. Let me
No,
turn
I'm
it up. A
good.
little
Well,
bit.
I'm not gonna hear
It's the
it.
job.
Meet me
I don't get
downtown
to hear it.
Oh,
first.
okay.
I've got a
Unfortunately.
new toy I want to show you.
Toy.
Yes. Let's just say you will need some helping hands for your
I
next
actually
job.
could
Mm,
figure out a way to
Cryptic.
monitor it, but it's too much work.
Yeah. You could turn the. I don't know. It would probably break something else that you're trying to capture, but there's a monitor checkbox in OBS for each audio source.
Yes,
So you should
see,
go
I don't know
into,
if
properties.
monitoring it would just mean I would hear it, or if that would double the hearing.
That's the question, right?
Yeah. You
Open
test it.
sesame.
Raza said she looked pretty good for an NPC, and that's one thing with this game is the NPCs look really good in this game. And Wes is right. This game looks probably as good as Hubris, I would say.
I don't know what she said to do and what I'm supposed to go do, because I didn't hear any of it. All right, here we go. Push to unlock apartment doors. Doors unlocked. No, they work.
There you go.
Oh, here's the test.
Yeah.
Does the
All right.
toilet
Can
work?
you flush it?
Where are the 3 seashells? I don't see any of that stuff.
It's demolition man time.
Why am I floating with my knees in my face? That's weird.
Only
just
at
wanted to
only
flush
at
the
the
toilet.
toilet.
It has to do with the 3 seashells. So.
PT
pick that up,
shampoo.
though.
All right, so yeah, definitely a little bit of jank factor here, but it's not super bad so far. It's not as bad as like Boneworks level in terms of the interaction jank. It's a little weird when you grab stuff. Massive cologne. Eau de toilette. Get the fuck out of here.
A Demolition Man game, VR game would be pretty badass, by the way.
That would be awesome. Oh, look, we have a sword. It's a wooden sword. You can put it in place of our... Never mind, they took our stuff. Hi, kitty.
Yeah, all that ammo that you had.
Oh, no. Bastards. Yeah, definitely they could work on, like, when you grab stuff the way...
It's
the
weird,
handle
right?
on it.
Yeah,
it's
the hands and the arms, too.
Sticks
If it-
to your fingers.
If anybody in the chat can let us know or let me know if you're, I think I'm hearing the game, Wes, and I don't think it's making a difference. This is like legendary, bro.
Nice.
Unless people say
I'm
no,
playing
Ruuts,
Broken
it sounds
Edge.
like shit. Yeah, Broken Edge. That's right.
All right, so I take it I can't get in here and get this stuff?
Um,
Not breaking.
No.
Alright, we're ready. So they're going to send me into the world with a wooden sword. Dickheads. Assholes, I said it before and I meant it.
well, you don't want to hurt anybody.
Right. This is the future, right?
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Where are the
music.
donuts at? Blair has donuts in his vending machines.
You know what? I'm starving. I want a donut.
I bet they have
Man.
awesome donuts at Disney World, don't they?
Elevator
They
is
do.
broken.
Joffrey's.
Please take the stairs.
Take the stairs. It's like a kid's game.
Manhunt 2 VR is being worked on by indies. Posted in
Didn't
the
hear
Discord.
Yep, we heard that yesterday. Little
Need to get across to
reprojection
that high
return
bear
for the
taxi
moment.
over there.
Alright, so he said I need to go to the taxi over there. Where's the taxi at? Is that it down there, I guess? I
Yeah,
like that
climb
it's
down.
not just making me go wherever, man. Like I can climb up, go up there, and go down here. It's pretty cool. It might not, you know,
Might not let
it
you.
might
but-
be it might be linear, but it doesn't appear to be linear.
Right, just because the game's linear doesn't mean it needs to look linear, right?
It's kind of not. Look, you can go anywhere, I think, pretty much. I mean, you have to go to a certain goal to get to where you want to go, but I think you can just keep traversing around the world for a little bit until eventually stop you.
A lot
My taxi?
of noise in this town. I don't know if that's just the music or people talking or
Yeah, it sounds like there's a club or something over there, maybe. It must be an exclusive club. It's not letting me in.
You're not dressed right well enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. It just makes me want to go play Ghost Runner.
Yeah.
I don't understand how people. I mean, like, how are you dealing with the fact that you don't have a full body inverse kinematics? Isn't that what the people were bitching about for Hubris? Like, dude, it's only arms. Who fucking cares? Like,
Who cares?
it's so weird. It's so people
Ruuts.
focus on the weirdest
Here.
things. Oh, there we go.
Look,
Okay.
dude.
Ah.
Yeah, it just looks all janky. It's there, but it looks all like I'd rather only see the gloves. You see my hands.
I think Boneworks, if they got rid of the body, it would make me love that game 100% better. You know.
I'm good either way. I think a lot of people make a lot
Okay.
to do
I
about
might still
that.
be
and,
intoxicated.
I'm
but
fine
I
with
can
floating
finally slide
hands,
a run
full
back.
body, doesn't
One
matter.
step at a time.
Doesn't break my immersion when I can't see my elbows and my knees.
I don't know, man. I wonder, are people looking at their elbows and knees all day long
Oh
in real
no!
life, or
Hell.
is it? You know what I mean? Because we don't pay attention to that shit in real life. You don't notice your elbows. You know what I mean? Like, you may if you look at it, but you tell me how many times you look at your body and you're looking at your knees or your elbows all day long. It just doesn't happen.
Hey, Lon!
Luna, don't do that.
Just
Climbing's
testing
a
out your
little
micro wireless
jank. Takes a
induction
little getting
receiver.
used to,
My
but
GPS sensors
still
tell
better
me
than
you're
Boneworks.
100 feet high. Find a chain to climb down and make your way across to the air taxi. I've got this covered.
If only I had a rich uncle who worked at Hive.
Alright, so she's gonna climb down the chain. I'm gonna run on the wall.
Ghost Runner it.
That didn't work.
No, you gotta
Supposed to be
jump.
able to run on that.
You gotta jump on there. There you go. Oh, hey. Ah. You can't die from falling, apparently. Huh?
Yeah, no
There's
fault.
not.
Well, you're
They
a
got
robot,
Roombas
right?
everywhere in the future.
Or no? Are you a robot or no? I don't remember.
I think
Yeah.
so. I think you're just like a cyborg. You're like a half and half. All right, where's this taxi at? Where's the chain at? She wanted me to climb down, first of all. Oh, here we go. Maybe this is it.
That's why you couldn't get into. That's why you couldn't get into that club. Wes, you're half and half.
That's
You don't
right.
allow
They
half
were
and
like,
halves.
yeah,
Okay.
dude, we don't allow
No,
your
my
kind in
blood.
here.
Yeah. I can't help it. My parents were muggles.
I wonder if you might have screwed yourself up by not climbing down the chain.
Maybe. It's over there. So we'll just go back over there, I guess.
Yeah, you gotta get to the car. Take the elevator.
Awesome Tato says, wasn't LONN like a one-person development or a super small team?
Three.
Three.
people. Well, here's a chain to climb up.
Three asshole. Yeah.
Yeah, why are you being so rude to us, man? We're just trying to love your game, bro. Try.
No, and they might be assholes. Maybe we just misunderstood.
They're just busy. Too busy to talk to me.
Yeah. Oh, you're just not big enough for us. Well, Gross,
I
get a
guess
couple
not.
more subscribers and they'll get back to you immediately. 10 minutes.
Well, just so everybody knows, it wasn't just Wes either, because I reached out too. Because once they kind of ghosted Wes, I said, well, I'll reach out and see if I can get. And they never got back to me either, so.
Jerks. Nobody gave a shit about your game except
Nope.
for us.
Besides the
week at
fact,
launch.
I guarantee we have way more active people watching our show than a lot of these bigger channels do.
We brought it up. We brought the game up on the CruCast the week at launch. And remember what GT said about it? So what's this lawn you're talking about?
Yeah.
I also brought it up to Brian Paul on Without Parole that very same week. You know what he said about it? What's this lawn you're talking about?
Huh?
So yeah. I'm gonna climb up the chain. Where's the car at?
It's up top. Yeah, it's up.
Oh, you got to go up. I thought I was telling you to go down.
We have to go
That's how
down,
it's
but I think there's a
supposed
different level, isn't there? It's a different level.
Now this is where I was at before, right here. So I was right here, and she told me to climb down the chain.
Yeah, you gotta go down to another level. Chain.
And we're over here.
There's no icon or anything leading you around, or
No
no
waypoint.
mini map.
We're gonna climb the ladder. Still don't even have my gloves, bro.
Yeah, where's your gloves? I want to see
I
some.
bet the
like,
map's in the gloves.
Probably.
Hybrid Energy said the only people who ever covered this game was us in VR 365.
And I guess I should be a little bit more clear. Like the lead dev of the game, Matt, cool dude. He does talk to me back sometimes when I send him emails. But whoever runs the press over there and the social media, they suck. Whoever they are. So I don't want to jump down again. I need to know where I'm supposed to be. Am I supposed to climb up
I
here?
don't remember
maybe?
now. I found it pretty easy, so I don't remember.
Well, you probably did what she told you. Wes like
think I
ran and
did, yeah.
jumped up. He's like, "Oh, you want me to go out down the chain?" Fucking I'm-
Wes was wall running.
Look, I can turn while I climb. That's a big
Ah,
plus.
Yeah.
Oh, don't fall. Alright, we did it. We're here. This is my room with my chair. Oh, you can go in here.
I do like that you can grab a whole bunch of stuff too. You can like pick stuff up. There's objects you can pick up.
Alright,
The best view
Transport
comes after the hardest
solutions.
climb.
I think we did it.
You did it.
Now Eric says driving is super easy and there's no weirdness to it at all.
I don't believe you, Ruuts.
The learning curve, right, Eric?
Always a learning curve.
Hideout. That's where we're at. Half-car inventory, sword. For the safety of our citizens, your weapons are held in the hive car while exploring. They won't let me bring my sword? Alright, I'm starting to question this game now.
Hey, Lon, get to the drone fix, and I'll scan you in.
Drone fix. Alright, that's over there. I can see that. What up, homie? I do like the world, man. It seems like it's a big explorable, I mean not huge, but sizable explorable map. Is the drone fix? Did she scan me in? Scan me in, yo. Now this looks like Technolust.
Yeah, right. What was that club in Technolust?
It's been so long. I don't remember.
Well,
I remember
well.
the red pill in
You
Lo-Fi.
look tired.
Yeah, right.
The night shift in
There
the
was another
crime
club.
fighting
Oh, I
superhero
remember.
business
Holodeck.
can be
It's
pretty
the Holodeck.
exhausting.
Not to
Yeah.
mention the partying.
With 3 X's on the end.
While you
Yep.
were throwing money around, I was finding the next crime. and keeping our heads above water.
You should try the club sometime. You know what they say about the harmful effects of excessive screen time.
Speaking of screen time, you have a bit of learning to do before your next job.
Wait, that's right. You had a gift from me.
Are you ready for this? Telekinetic gloves.
Here it
No
is.
way.
Your gloves.
Oh, here we go.
Where are they?
Head through
Russells.
the main door.
The Russells.
Instructions are on the right.
It'd be cool if they called them that, right? Until Valve
Shit, hit
sued
through
them.
Yeah, right.
door. Before we do that, I tried to pat the bed, but it grabbed it.
Take a rest, right?
Yeah, just lay down for a minute.
Just rest my
Just
eyes
for a
for a
minute.
couple seconds.
Okay, so there's a bit of training. Open up the cabinets and stick your hands in so we can attach the gloves.
Hands of the year, Ruuts.
Now you can turn your.
Mhm.
Yeah, sure. Now you-
School's in.
maybe.
I'm uploading some tutorial files for you to follow while you learn how to use your new toy. Firstly, distance grab.
Oh, so
Let's
you don't
start
need to
by
turn it
putting
on.
a battery in that disabled door.
It just comes.
Want me to do something to a door? I gotta get a battery for it. Trying. Not working.
Oh, yeah. There you go. That's one way to get it. Jump down.
Yeah, we got it. We gotta get it back up.
There you go. Throw it. Oh.
Tried. Trying to jump. It's not jumping anymore. That thing's heavy. Alright, so this has been frustrating, Jank. It only jumps like 1 out of every 5 times I try. Oh man. Need a forced throw. Did you catch what happened there?
Mm-mm.
I threw it out, right? And I went to climb out, and when I went to grab the ledge, it force grabbed the battery and brought it back in here with me.
Yeah, throwing is
Alright.
not good.
Come on, man.
There you go. Now you're out. You're safe. There you go. You're almost out, Wes.
Six Sense Studio says just put your palm on the surface yourself up.
Put my palm on what?
On the surface and pull yourself up.
So I don't grab, I just put my palm on the surface?
That's
Oh,
what they
that
say.
helps. Yeah, okay.
Oop. Almost.
I was, almost out. Okay. We're just gonna walk on our hands until we get all the way out. We did it! Roots, we did
You
it.
did it.
Nice job.
Right.
I think that's why you were supposed to force grab it. So you didn't fall.
I tried to force grab it.
No, that's
It
true.
didn't.
Let's restore your health from all that partying last night. Point your hand at the nano machine. These robots are made of nanomaterials
That's the voice acting is
that
pretty
will
good in this
increase
too,
your
by the way.
strength, as well as
The
repair
sound
damaged
is good.
organs.
Yeah, the voice
It's the-
acting between like, especially even your character and the one you're talking to there.
What's that smell?
That's your next lesson.
Wait, is this a sewer?
Telekinesis.
It's a secret hideout, LONN. Half my power supply is off-grid, but
Can't
is
move.
getting interrupted by city waste. I need you to clear the path for the energy beams.
Cool, I just went from S-class bounty hunter to plumber.
Okay, so this works like, what am I thinking of? There's another game that works like this, where you grab something and you pull your hand back, it comes towards you, you push your hand out, it goes away.
Outlier. That's how Outlier works with their telekinesis.
Trigger levitate while holding trigger, extend arm forward, left, right, and move. I think Trover Saves the Universe is what I'm thinking of, actually.
Yeah, what's it?
Alright, we gotta highlight it blue. There we go. Remember, because a lot of people had trouble with that puzzle where you had to shift the stones through the walls so you could climb up.
That was one of the things I liked about this game. I was telling Ruuts is the telekinesis gloves or whatever. You know, you're gonna need them later in the game to help like get through different parts. You have to grab things and kind of maneuver them through the environment, like you're doing now, which I think is super cool. So it's not just a
Nice, LONN.
throwaway mechanic.
You did
It
it.
means for you to grab
Come back
stuff
here and
that
we
you
will
can't
discuss
reach,
the next job.
or you don't want to have to bend
Oh.
down to get.
And you know what else? It was Vader Immortal. Remember, you could grab stuff like that and pull it and then throw. And
Are you gonna
you
throw stuff?
remember what I'm
Wes?
talking about?
You throw stuff at your enemies in here.
Alright, I didn't catch what she's saying. Where am I supposed to be going now?
You could
I'm
actually
supposed to go over there.
take your blade too, and throw that with your telekinesis.
Well, you know, Eric, what is he supposed to do here?
This is the tunnel part.
Supposed to go over there? I didn't.
I
Right,
think
yeah.
so. On the other side.
Don't grab, just put your flat palms
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah.
We go.
And they're kind of saying like the motion like you're getting out of a swimming pool. There's another climbing game that has that same mechanic too. I'm trying to think what that is.
This is a puzzle. It looks like a puzzle. Not interactable though, so probably not, huh?
No, yeah, no.
You sure this is the way I'm supposed to go, dude?
I mean, to see, looking at this tiny camera. You gotta go to the opposite side of where you start.
I'm sorry, what?
You have to go to the opposite side of where you started from.
Yeah, that's where I'm at over here. There's a door, but it's got like a board on the front of it. The thing's blocked up. I can't grab the handle.
Go back to Luna. She asked you to make your way back.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's the problem with real-time review. The only one problem is as Wes is talking about stuff, he's missing the cues on where to go.
Well,
Like,
it would be better if there was like a waypoint system or an objective that you could read. Then it wouldn't matter if I missed what she said. There we go.
Okay,
We're back.
power's up. You need to get back into the hive car and make your way to District 6. Lore was broken into last night.
Lore, the largest arms dealer? That place is impenetrable.
Yes. Someone took the new Lore X114E pistol. Security never stood a chance. I need you to find out what happened. If we can find some evidence before the end of the day, there's enough credits for both of us. For the next week.
Okay.
Speaking of guns, where's yours?
I was asking that same question.
Sure does impair your
Give me the
ability to
gun.
think right. Here's your crypto payment from last night's
Ooh,
job.
now you get to go meet the gun dealer.
There's a new arms dealer nearby. Buy yourself a weapon at Lucky's.
Will do.
Oh yeah. Your glove also tells you how much credit you have left.
Got it. See you later, partner.
200. That's like a week's worth.
oh, you're
I
rich.
just got
You
the-
can buy weapons for days on. Well, maybe. I don't know what LONN's currency or I guess their economy is like.
Just gonna buy some beers. Screw
You're
that
ready to
shit.
be, you're ready
go
to be
go
disappointed.
party in your bed and throw them on the floor. That's a good idea.
Nice, right?
All right, so we gotta go to what you call it? Lore? What's that? What's this thing? Just a decoration?
Oh, that's pretty, looks pretty
Cool
cool. It
looking,
looks like a
huh?
hologram.
With the weather forecast
Hybrid
from
Energy
Cloud
says it could be
News.
worse. We
Heavy
could have
rain
Anthony
continues
from
to fall around the
365
city as
playing
well.
live.
Cloudy.
Some say he stopped the show because he's still trying to finish the tutorial in a VR game.
I remember those days.
I love Anthony, man.
What's up? I like your yellow. I can't give you thumbs up or I would.
Give him a high five.
Go.
To the head. To the head. High five to the head.
Oh god, I gotta fight now.
Oh, he's pissed, yo.
There's all LONN says 6 ensues says there's your message queue is also in the menu too.
You gotta punch, Wes. You gotta punch like you're boxing.
They actually have pretty good AI. They dodge.
Yeah. Try and like left, right.
I didn't even do left right, just punch him right in the face. That was good.
So message queue in the menu. All right.
You gotta go to Lucky. Yeah.
Don't forget to visit Lucky. Lucky. All right. I think I saw that somewhere.
Lucky.
Lucky.
I am Reggie with the weather forecast from Cloud News.
Oh, I was wondering what the weather was gonna be.
Rain, bro. Don't you know it's a Cyberpunk game? It always rains.
That's right.
My first lucky customer. Welcome to the one and only weapon shop downtown. Let me help and fill up your pockets.
Hey, man. I have a job tonight.
What kind of job?
Let's just say I may need to creep up on someone and dispose of them without attracting attention.
So you want to be invisible. Here's a blueprint for the combat dagger. You got credit?
Yeah.
Well, go ahead and purchase the blueprint.
I'll tell you what. Not only do the character models look good, but it's really difficult to get the mouth to actually match what it's saying, and that actually was pretty impressive. So,
Like I said, I thought that, I mean, a lot of
So,
times a small dev
what
studio
exactly
like
do
this
I
would
do
get,
with this new tab?
3-4 people,
Hey,
they would
pal,
use like
people in these
themselves
parts
to
go
do the
about doing
voice
their
act.
thing.
And that's
Eating
not the
out, going to the
case they use for
club,
voice
getting
act.
wasted, and investing in new relationships with unsavory types. This part of town is safe and weaponless.
Gamertag says
On the
he's here to ask
outside,
if there's a
you need to
2022
find your
Christmas
own
show
luck.
this year.
With the blueprints, find yourself a 3D
Indeed.
print station. Select your weapon
is he
and
part of it?
abracadabra.
Right. I believe
I
that
haven't,
magic
dude.
when I
I'm
see
so
it.
far behind
Good
on
luck. And thanks for
on
shopping at Lucky's.
organizing this thing. I haven't asked Gamertag if he wants to come on because I don't know when in the world we're ever going to record, like, the pre-recorded stuff.
Gamertag, are you up for your pre-recorded interview like we did last year? Your pre-recorded segment?
The last 2
There you
years.
go.
We slotted
There you go.
it in. We just haven't brought it up yet.
You know who else likes to slot it in?
Oh yeah, she does.
Now, he told me, I didn't hear everything he said. He said something about them not keeping weapons in the city. Does that mean I have to go somewhere else to get the knife I just bought the blueprint
No.
for?
No, you gotta make
Get back into the hive car and make your way to District 6.
When you're done here, come to the air guard. So what were you saying, Eric?
you gotta make the. He gave you the blueprint. Now you have to make it.
You got a
That's what I have to
craft? What?
Craft, yeah.
Where do you make it? Where's there a printer somewhere?
Yes. I don't remember where though.
Okay, not here. I don't think it's here because he said that they don't keep weapons in
Yeah.
the city or whatever. So we're
Very
just gonna
good
go
idea.
back to the car.
You keep weapons in the city, bad things happen.
That's true. People don't kill people.
Yeah,
Guns do.
that's right.
GT says he is up for the his segment, but he understands
Awesome.
if he's not. He understands if he's not involved. Not trying to be entitled.
No, we
No,
want you there.
no,
That's
we-
the thing.
We always just kind of assumed that you were going to be a part of it, GT. I just literally I haven't organized any of it
From
yet.
Cloud News. Heavy rain continues to fall around the city as
She said go back to the car, right?
prevail this evening.
Yes.
A few patches of fog are also being reported.
So Sixth Sense Studio
Fog,
says
it's
big
gonna be
update
foggy.
coming tomorrow. Hopefully, can't wait to show.
Update 8. All right.
Already?
Yeah,
Wow.
It's already had 7. That's right.
crazy.
I am Reggie.
All right.
Maybe it's good that we didn't play it.
The city
Yeah,
has
that's true.
considerable
Getting the
cloudiness.
best of
Cooler
both worlds,
temperatures
right?
prevail this evening. A few patches of fog are also being.
Oh, patches of fogs, Wes. I got to hear part of it. I think it's probably gonna rain.
I don't know. Where did we come from, guys? On security, lucky.
I am Reggie with the weather
Over there.
forecast from Cloud News.
The newscaster about
Reggie.
talk.
So here's the dead person, knocked out person from earlier.
Can't believe you did that.
I know, that was weird, man. Like you just started punching
I'm
people.
going in circles now.
You should try and say hi to somebody else.
This is the first update. The rest were patches.
Oh, so this is like a content update then.
Said to go right. Oh, that's
Go right,
yeah. I don't know if that was
go right
delayed
to hell.
when
I know what
saw it.
your game is. All right.
Right there. Maybe
Let's
it's
walk
that door.
less in circles for hours.
I'm gonna go left. I'm gonna go up. Ah, see? I went left.
Oh, GT says he would come on live. No.
Man, that would be cool.
You know, I don't plan on doing 14 hours again this year. I don't feel like I don't feel like it's going to even be like 8. I'm shooting for like 6. So
that means 10.
that's a
That means 10.
possibility.
We're gonna have
Like
That's a
it's
possibility.
we're gonna have 48 hours crammed into 6, and it's gonna be the best 6 hours ever.
Well,
Which
I'm just
means
going to
it'll
throw
be
it
10
out there. Since we're talking about this and working it all out on air, I was thinking maybe the 30th would be a good day to do it. You guys busy on that day?
I don't. think
Friday.
if-
Manufacturing
well,
of
I'm probably
firearms through a
working
3D
rather
print
than that.
station. Let's try this blueprint.
I think I fly on Saturdays. As long as we have it done before I fly, we're good.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I fly out on Sunday. So yeah, well, I mean, it'd be tough to do it on New Year's Eve, man. You know what I mean? That'd be a tough one to pull off.
Well, and who's gonna? I mean, a lot of people are doing their shit. It'd be very.
There we go.
Screw them.
We don't have any credits.
You got 200. I thought.
Oh, well, here we go. Hold on.
Did you spend it, right?
I just found 25 laying on the table. I gotta find 25 more. Yeah, I spent the 200 credits on the blueprint.
What
We
a
got it
rip
though.
off.
We found enough credits just laying around to print the knife. We did it. We have a weapon, finally. Alright. So let's go to our messages and see, come over, what? That's not right. Alright. Are we going to the bar now, I guess? Or are we climbing chains? Did my knife break the
lock?
The lock?
Should, in theory.
Can I hold it not in a stabby way? With my right hand? There we go.
You can like throw it between hands too, like flip it around.
That's what I had to do to get it gripped correctly. Because if you go hand to hand, it flips over. Alright. Oh, noodle arms. What's going on? Alright. We did it.
Guido says no matter what, he's not missing the 2022 show.
He'll be there. Me too.
This
We
is
got to
there.
figure out what day we're gonna do it on because I don't know about doing it on Saturday the 31st. That seems
Do it
because
on
we're
30th.
leaving.
Do it Friday.
But Roots is working on
I gotta
it.
work. It'd have to be after I get off work. And and the reality is, I can't afford to not work right now because my hours are so small to begin with. It's a slow time of year. If I nix my Friday, I'll be screwed.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that part about you working.
Yeah, we got to figure something else out somehow. I don't know. We'll get back to you, GT. We got a lot to figure out. At this rate, we'll be doing it in the second week of January.
Well, you know, I mean, who says it has to be right then? Maybe we do it when you get back.
We'll just call it the 2023 show. Why
Yeah.
not?
We're revisiting the previous year, right?
Alright, so we've got some credits, we got some health, got a knife. It's not a knife. Oh, we got enemies. Oh crap, I accidentally hit the menu. I was in the Steam VR menu. Can I kill this thing or does it just fall down for a little while?
Yeah, I think it just falls down. It doesn't look like it's dying.
What about you?
Let's say short circuits are dead. You'll kind of see in short circuit. Like it's okay.
Alright. We got a bat now. What the
What
bat?
the Yeah, what the bat is where it came from.
Nice.
I think we should just forego the award show and just give every award to what the bat.
Agreed. Let's do it.
Yep. There you go. There's the 2022 show right there. Done.
Negan these bitches.
Yeah, so maybe he said Sixth Sense says impale with a knife for those things. Maybe you have to actually, that's where the jabby comes in, right?
This is my defense with the bat.
Spin around. Yeah, with the knife with those guys, I kind of
worked.
grabbed him like he would like
Beat him to
the
death.
like I
Beat him
grabbed
to
him.
death spinning around like
You
that.
grabbed
Look,
him?
he's dead.
I grabbed the those little like spider looking things. I just grabbed him with one hand like you would like Walking Dead, like grab it like a zombie with one hand, stab him with the knife.
Stabby.
Stabby,
Yes.
stabby.
So
Yeah, you can pick him right up. And grab him.
That's what the
Stab.
impale's for, Wes. Or the
Oh my god. I tried to put it in my thing and it flew away.
you play pool with your bat?
I already had something. Oh, they gave my. Wait a minute. Where did I get this sword at?
that's
Like,
not, that's not a bat. That was crazy.
That's not my wooden sword either. Okay,
Take it.
fine.
Why
I'll take
question,
it.
right?
I was gonna joust, like with this. With the one-handed sword.
There you go.
Oh, that works much better. You guys know if I wasn't on stream right now, I would be climbing everything, right?
Absolutely.
That's all I would be doing. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. Alright, we're in the right spot because it's saving.
Probably gotta go through that gate.
Yeah, probably. I'm just seeing what's down here. What the pool cue?
Yeah, they got a whole bunch of series, right? They could just do.
I feel like Yoda with his stick on Dagobah. Beating the little droid.
R2D2.
Right. Oh, is this a puzzle, isn't it? Nice. See how sensitive this thing is. Go away. Away. There we go. Okay, that was easy enough. I like the music. It's cool. There's a battery in there.
Can you grab it through
Okay,
that
how do we
slot? Pull it out through that slot?
Yeah, but there's two slots. You have to take it through both of them.
There's lots.
And make it turn blue first. Alright, there we go. We got it. Come this way. Right through here. Come to me. All the way here. Alright, fine. Battery can be placed on your hip in the battery slot. Okay. You know who else has a battery slot on their hip?
Yeah,
Yeah, she does.
it's big too.
Oh no, I'm supposed to go in there. I'm just looking.
Not allowed to look.
I'm thinking that maybe I should find one of those health stations and
Heal
fill up my
yourself.
health. But, yeah. What's up, bro? What's on? Survivor?
He's just watching. He's waiting.
You know,
for it
this
to
is
start.
actually this is a pretty good example of what television really does. Like, if you could see what it's really doing, it would look a lot like this.
Hypnotism.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I need another knife right now. But thank you, machine. Not that way. I like the sword. I hope they, it's turning red. I bet it has durability, doesn't it? It's gonna break.
good question. I actually never got to where it broke.
So Gamertag says he missed the sorting the Christmas. He's doing the school run. Is Brian on the Christmas show? He'd love to spend some time chatting with him.
Well, with Brian, we haven't decided because, unlike last year, I'm on Without Parole this year, and Without Parole does their own end of the year thing typically.
Right.
But he doesn't know what they're doing over there. If we're gonna do a show over there and talk about PSVR Game of the Year on that channel,
Yeah, it's kind of
it doesn't make a lot of sense for us to rehash it all on our show, right? So I'm not sure what we're doing with Brian yet. We talked about it today, and it's really up in the air. We don't know yet. Because he don't know yet. He doesn't know what he's going to do. Do my gloves have flashlights in them?
It's
That would
dark
be
in
nice.
there.
Yeah, this might not be. I mean, it has to be the way to go. Why else would it lead me in here? There's a bridge, yo. We could just drop down, I guess. Think that's it down there? Those crates aren't moving. It's dark in here. That doesn't seem right. 'Cause that's where I was at before, right there. Maybe that was it.
Okay, a detour. Can't say I've been here before.
We did it.
Nice.
All right, so I can definitely say I can see where people would be critical of the kind of physics jank in the game, but I mean, it's not any worse in this than it is in a game like Boneworks. So I really don't
Nope.
see where the criticism is coming from.
I think it's worse than Boneworks. I think the climbing's worse than Boneworks. The thing's worse than Boneworks.
Yeah, Boneworks is definitely worse climbing for sure.
And that's not even to mention the fact that this is a proper story-driven campaign where Boneworks is just kind of this weird hybrid sandbox that has a story going on in it. I don't know, I'm digging it so far. I mean, obviously there's room for improvement, but much like Hubris, I think that the criticism's overblown so far.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Like, the story's cool. Like, it's amazing.
Look, talk to the hand.
Big boy. This guy's creepy.
I get a bad feeling about this.
God,
Give to God, he says.
the body is a disturbing element, hindering the mind from the acquisition of knowledge. To have pure knowledge of anything, we must quit the body.
Quit the body.
In a blessed state.
I like
You
my
gotta
body.
quit the
Good
body,
trying.
Ruuts.
I don't want to quit the
Ruuts,
body.
Ruuts.
come on.
Quit
It's
the
2022, Ruuts.
Yeah.
Quit the
The
body.
mind is
Oh,
united
shit.
to
Just
the
quit the
body.
body.
We cannot have pure knowledge. The possession of the good, and the highest good is wisdom. Wisdom is the only good, and ignorance the only evil.
Oh, that's
To become wise.
Luciferian
to become
doctrine,
godlike.
Roots. Did you hear that?
I didn't hear
This
it.
process
What was he
of
saying?
Wisdom is the
divinization,
only good, it says.
the body
Ignorance is the only
more of
evil.
a hindrance than a help.
And he said resistance is
The mind must
I rebuke
Oh, no, wait, that's the port.
consequently
Sorry.
flee from the body.
Resistance is
It must
futile.
be purified to attain this true wisdom.
Come on, bitch. I got the high ground.
Give to me. Give to me.
Give to
That's
me.
my pickup line, as a matter of fact. I don't know where he heard it at, but it's rather effective. you say it right. Give to me. That's exactly how I say it. He's pretty good.
Got him.
It'd be cool if I could take his. I can take his weapon.
You can take his sword. Oh yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
You get the guns.
Give to me. Are you
Give
gonna?
to me. I'm gonna give to him.
Whoa!
Whoa.
He's just weird.
All right, I gotta find a battery. There's another weapon over there. I kill the guy without even going in.
That'd be cool.
Go down the hall. Down the hall. It's not gonna work. Alright.
Yeah, you just have to walk through the gate to get it anyway, so. Right?
I wanted to do something cool though.
True.
Something special. There we go. Give to me.
Oh, you got this guy. Poor dude.
Didn't even see it coming.
That was a very bonework sound too.
Only in VR can you stab a statue in the butt and love it. That's true.
It just wouldn't be the same in a flat game.
Yeah. You might snicker a little bit, but it just wouldn't be as funny.
Yeah.
Hey, you got a lot of those.
Yeah, I do. Makes me want to throw my little shitty knife away. 'Cause I still have this thing.
You spent
like these better.
$250 or credits on that shit.
Yeah, I would
That
keep
was
that
like a
one.
week.
Yeah,
I would
you
keep
need it.
that one.
Alright, fine.
That's not it.
I think you're gonna find these other ones all over. So, yeah.
This is my booth where I sleep.
I don't know if that would be comfortable sleeping there. I don't know. I'm old fashioned. I like to stretch out and lay down, but to each their own. I'm also not a cyborg, so maybe I would sleep standing up, right? But you're like, you don't know you're a cyborg, Roots, but
Maybe you are a cyborg.
I could be.
I thought there would be something cooler over here.
If I've got
I
Elon's
was
chip,
wrong.
brain chip, would it make me a cyborg? Partially? No.
Yeah, I mean technically, according to Elon, we're cyborgs right now because of our phones and devices.
I kind of like the way he describes it when he's talking about that, because it is kind of true. You know, it's like we have this technology where we can get any answer at any time. We use it all the time, but there's like this disconnect. The speed is slow, right? So if we just put this chip in our brain from the richest man in the world that's doing a bunch of crazy shit, we'll be safe.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now, bro.
Yeah, I think I will.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Oh, look what they're doing. They're putting the chip in right now.
Yeah, right? You better
Is
get in
that
there and
the room
stop.
I just came from? It looks very similar to it. Oh, we're back here again. Give to me.
Yeah, he's not talking.
So we need to.
Give to me.
Alright, so. Well, the door. Was this door open before?
I don't remember. I
This
know
door
you came.
came
Yeah, you
from.
came through there. Yeah.
This is the other door over here. We still need a battery for it. Is the battery in the room with us, maybe? Give the battery to me.
It's out there somewhere.
I'm gonna jump on top of the outhouse. Alright, I think we had it right the first time. We just missed it. It's in here somewhere. Attica. No, that don't work.
Reinforced glass. Bulletproof, right?
Alright. That's what I would do. Is it crowbar proof?
Yeah, it would probably break
Apparently.
it. If it was the crowbar from Half-Life Alex, or
Right,
Half-Life
right.
in general, that thing's
Breaks
magic.
everything. Yeah.
Give to me. Maybe it's in that crate there.
Give to
true.
the crate. I honestly don't remember this one at all.
Did you get the battery?
I did.
That's what we're looking
I
for.
don't remember where I found it though.
Oh, there it is. It's right on the fucking table. Duh.
It's just chilling. No wonder why Mash found it easy.
Yeah, it was like not rememberable. It was kinda,
It's like Ruuts. It's like us going through that cemetery and putting that black light on all the walls, trying to find our flask.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
Just walk through the back of the
not
bus.
good.
such an aha moment when I realized that. And I was like, what the?
Why didn't you ask Nash?
Hey, Lon, I'm back.
Oh, did you know?
Well,
Did you
Just
go
some
right back
things
there?
you wouldn't believe.
Wow.
Form a messed up brainwashing cult organization called WUXN, worshiping
I
a
didn't
colossal
realize it.
statue.
Brainwashing? Statue?
Yeah, dead bodies left to rot.
Who would do that?
No idea. They tried to
Oh
kill me.
man, think about
What?
this.
Hold on.
If you
My
could
uncle is
crush
on the
that
other
can
line.
with your index controller.
I've gotta get this.
Oh, dude, that
Yeah.
would be fucking badass.
That would be amazing.
That'd be amazing. Or a waste.
Here's the thing, though. But when you crush those cans,
Change of plan.
you
I
also
need you to
crush the
head to Hive
thumbstick
HQ.
sensor.
Yeah, that's
My uncle
true.
has the energy
you're
source
you're
to fully charge
creating the
up your
drift.
gloves and help in combat situations like this. He also knows more
The
about
drift
this
is
city
real,
than
bro.
anyone else.
Yeah, sure.
He can help us track down this cult leader. Get back into the Hive car, and I'll tell him you're on your way.
Got it.
We gotta go back to the hive car. We're going after a cult leader. Give to me.
Give.
Give. I don't know if I want to give to him.
Well,
He doesn't look like the same god I worship, so I think I'll hold on to my credits. Thank you very much.
Ruuts, just give.
This
It's
is gotta give to him.
Scientology. It's the Scientology church.
That's
You gotta
right.
give to.
It's Benny Hinn Roots.
Oh, well then never mind.
Futuristic
My
Benny.
money's on its way. Totally safe. Totally getting my money's worth. My favorite preachers are the ones that, like, when I don't know if you've ever seen this, but they have people throw the money on the stage, and that this dude was like running and kicking the money, and it was like, what is going on, man? Is this a church or is it? It was very entertaining actually, but I feel like it would have been weird to be there.
So I dropped down here.
Wrong way, Wes. From
Yeah,
Lon said
obviously.
you're going. No, Lon said Sixth Sense says you're going the wrong way.
That's the way I came from. And I'm going back to my car, so I assumed I would go back the same way. But I guess
Go
not.
back to the room with the triangle.
Oh, we gotta go through the door probably, right?
It's so simple.
No, I'm sorry. When it said go back to the car, I was like going back to the car, like I had to go back to the car before. So you mean I should walk straight through this door here, right? No? Give to me.
Have a good night, Tatum. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Tatum. I'm gonna move the prism, maybe? Yep, that's it. I'll need some pyramid prisms for my home.
I think it would be cool.
Heck yeah.
Whoa.
He's pissed. should impale it, Wes. Can you flip that around to stab, or just only the other knife?
Well, this one comes out the right way every time, thankfully.
Because that's what they were saying before, when you had that little knife and you were smacking it. They were saying to impale it. So maybe if you use that other little knife to do a little stabby.
Oh, I fell.
How far did you get into it, Drillo? A couple hours?
You really played this one too?
Yeah, he says he feels like playing
Yeah.
it now.
Nice. I knew we got into Hubris. So.
Dude, these are the best PCVR games out there right now. Of course, Drillo's PCVR guy. He's gonna.
Yeah.
I fell on the thing and killed it. That's hilarious.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Oh, wow.
I have the gift, Ruuts. You see that?
I already want to play these two games more than anything I saw showcased to.
What the bat are you talking about?
The showcase.
You don't want to play the tomato picker VR?
Oh, that looks so good when you had to like hoe the garden.
And what about
And
Survival
shooting the
Nation,
tomatoes?
bro? That's like
Oh, that looks
fishing,
phenomenal too. Oh,
it's fishing and zombies. Come on.
How did they get on that upload VR show? Oh, never mind.
Oh, yeah,
Oh man,
These things are moving.
I get it. Things aren't free, but at the same time,
you gotta pull it.
So by the way, the new RPG in Population 1 is Kino as F. I haven't been in there for a long time.
Hey, don't shoot me, you jerk.
Might be time to get back in there.
Yeah.
I have to throw stuff at that guy.
Did you die, Wes?
I thought I could just run forward and stab everyone, but he had high ground.
Yeah. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
So we're running at 2 hours and 41 minutes now, so I don't know how much further we want to go.
Okay, we'll finish this level or whatever it is, this mission, and we'll call it a show.
Wow. So 5 or 6 hours. It's Hybrid Energies our Derillo's already in there. That's how long he's played so far. That's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Can I throw my knife at that guy? You said I could throw my knife, right?
Can. Well, you can like teleport it, yeah.
Oh, so I have to like that?
Yeah.
Kill him. It didn't work very well. Alright. That's not a good idea.
So there's 16 levels in LONN. This is level 3. The intensity combat intensifies as you play through each level, and you've nearly completed this level. Wow,
I'm
man.
stuck behind freaking crates, dude. Alright, so I gotta be quick and get up there to that dude before he starts shooting at me. Maybe I need to use a little more tact this time. Oh, there's a gun. I could use the gun on the table.
Yeah, that helps.
No, yeah, but that's cheating.
Wes is cheating now.
Yeah, I know. I am an arms dealer. It's the
Right.
first gun I've seen. Alright. We've successfully taken multiple shipments of lore weaponry and technology. We'll ship these back to headquarters. These are to be distributed for our next attack. These are Megalo's orders. And that's a nefarious name. Megalo? Sounds like a supervillain.
It does.
That sounds weird.
So I'm gonna try something here. Let's drop the clip. Oh crap! You're supposed to be dead, you prick. Alright, where did I drop my clip at? I wanted to try the holster prick. So this has 9 in it. Put it in there. It's 12. Alright, this bastard's got it coming. Alright, so just to be certain, that on the table, that on the table, we're going to take out the one that has 1 round in it. Put it in the holster, pull it out, put it back in. Okay, so I guess one of these must have 9 in it then.
On the left,
yeah.
is magazine count. Like your, I guess your glove maybe on the left.
These are my credits.
The AI does have pretty good aim.
That's good. We don't like easy games here. We like
right.
games to be difficult. Is that a tripwire or something there, or is it just a glitch? So it looks like the seam in the wall is coming across. Okay, we're here now.
Oh God.
From the streets,
You need to get some healing. A little healing action.
I know. I was playing around.
Oh, the
too
left
much.
holster.
I'm having fun with it.
The left holster
Excuse
has
me
your
for having.
bullet count on it.
It's got a clip count. Does it have a bullet count on it? Like it's got a clip count.
Maybe it is a clip count.
Anyway, yeah, I was playing around a little too much there. I like to have fun when I play. I'm sorry. Probably just need to kill guys and get on with it. But I like to come for them like sharks in the water.
Who doesn't, right? LONN 6 Cent says, nice shooting, Wes. Wes is actually a very good crack shot.
I'm just not very good at spotting batteries on tables, but I'm pretty good with gun.
Oh, there you go.
Air car is set to take you to Hive. Thanks, Luna. I'll make my way. He's gonna love this. What the fuck? What's hurting me?
What the bat?
Yeah, I know, right?
I guess it's the same Luna from After the Fall, and this is just like.
I think it is. Yeah.
After the Fall.
What the fuck? Oh, they were hearing me through the wall.
What are you talking about?
the one with the 1 round, bro.
Yeah.
It's like the worst
I
one
know,
to
right?
grab, right?
Jeez. We gotta find one of those recharge machines, bros. Because we have 4 shots left. But this is the end of the level, I think.
Yeah, he said you were almost done. with third
It is,
level.
but I told you, ammo gets really short later.
You never. Oh wait, you did warn us. Because Glass was
Well, we'll
just
let
like
the neighbors
throwing them
do that.
around. You're like, dude, you wanna calm down.
We did it, Roots. We did it.
We did
Let's
it!
go.
We made it,
All right,
guys.
I'm gonna switch back over to camera and microphone, and we'll have a few words about this game, and then we'll call it a show. But I'm not going to until someone can press trigger.
Trigger.
I'll be right there.
Roots, another successful real-time review.
I know.
We did it. It was good.
It was good, and I like this real-time review, especially with this game, because it kind of gives you an idea of, number one, how the game plays, but how freaking amazing it looks. Like, I know that you're like already looking like I need to go play this game.
Oh, for real. Yeah, this is why I said Drillo, of course, played it. There's, he's a PCVR guy, and there's 2 good games out right now, and we've been waiting for this one forever.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like literally, you and Wes were talking about it. I was watching when you guys were originally talking about this game.
You weren't even at QTCVR back then. That's crazy.
No.
Dude. How quickly things change, right?
It was like
I know, right?
episode 37 when we started covering this, and then they disappeared for a year, and then they did like an upload showcase, or maybe they were gone for 2 years. They were gone for a long time, and everyone thought the game was dead. Like they thought it was gone that long that people thought, okay, this one died on the vine, because the other Cyberpunk games that announced around the same time, like those have all been released and flopped since then, right? And so that's why everyone was so surprised when they announced it. That, oh, by the way, it's out next week. Like it came as a little bit of a shock.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you switch your camera over, or are you still switching it?
No, I'm working on it.
Just want to make sure.
I always do my microphone first.
I just want to make sure.
Oh, by the way,
like you thinking it's switched and it's not.
Well, if you want it switched, you got to press trigger.
So, do we know the answer to this, Wes? 6th Sense Studios. I mean, is this any chance it comes to standalone headsets, or is this going to be PC only? Or all right, can we see this?
PSVR.
Are we? Is this going to be a launch title for the PSVR 2,
No,
6th Sense Studios, or is this going to be a first-year title? We looking second launch platform?
Now that's a good question. I know it won't be a launch title, but it would be interesting to know how long they think it would take them to port it.
But no thoughts at all to make this to make this a standalone game.
Crap, my background's off.
So he says, awesome video, guys. Watch out for the update tomorrow. Video to come.
Nice.
Super cool. Yeah.
There we go. Boom. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about it. Much like Hubris, I feel like the criticism of the game is a little bit overblown. Yes, of course, it's a little bit janky to play, but that's because there's physics in the game, and with the physics comes the jank, right? Well, we've seen this time and time again, and some of VR's most, highly regarded games have the very same issues. I enjoy the fact that it's a story-driven adventure. The storytelling's really good, and it's a beautiful world that actually, considering the way it looks, my freaking thing keeps fading in and out. Considering the way it looks, it actually runs pretty well.
Yeah, it's definitely looks amazing. I haven't played it yet, so I can't tell you how well it runs. But
yeah, I was telling Ruuts before you got into the headset to try it. From the time I spent with this game, I kind of like put it in the same category as Hubris. This is a really, really good game that does have some small flaws to it, but it's a game that I think everybody needs to play. They should play. It's really, really good. Whether this is, I don't know if this is games for everybody, but I think it's really good. I think it needs to be played. It's a good looking game that's got a good story, it seems like, and I think the gunplay is good. I like the mechanic. I like the platform mechanics.
And again, if I weren't playing this on stream, I would have probably spent another hour going through the area that we covered tonight, climbing chains and poles and pipes. There's all kinds of little nooks and crannies in there. It makes me wonder if there's any kind of like hidden Easter eggs or anything like that in this
That
world.
would be cool.
You know what I noticed was when you went to open a drawer, the whole thing didn't come flying at you. They
That's a
actually
good
got,
point.
yeah, they actually got the physics better than Boneworks.
In that way, yeah, it's a little bit, you know, it's a little bit gamified. Where Boneworks, they're unapologetic with their physics. It is what it is, and you can just deal with the fact that you have no sense of feel in the game. At least here, it's a little bit dialed back. It's a little bit gamified, and and you're right that we don't pull the cabinets over on top of us. And we can climb. We can mount things when we climb, but don't grip. It's hard to not grip. The your every instinct is to grip when you get to the top. Don't grip. Just flat palms on the floor, and you'll mount things easily.
Yeah.
So yeah, $30 on this one for those of you who don't know. Available on Steam VR right now. Definitely a recommend from me. Again, I don't know how much content. Did they say how much content's here?
I thought they said 8 hours,
6 hours.
6 hours,
6 to 8 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
somewhere
6
in
to
there.
8 hours.
Well, we spent 2 hours in it just then doing 3 levels, and let's say there was like 16, something like
Yes,
that.
16 levels.
Yeah. So plenty of content here to get your $30 worth out of. And again, in an age of cell shaded graphics and casual multiplayer games, it's nice to have a story driven adventure game with high production values, even if it is from an indie studio, even if it does have a little bit of jankiness to it. Certainly nothing game breaking here, and an enjoyable time.
And they're still working on it. They're patching it. They're updating it tomorrow. So I say stay tuned for the update, and I'm looking forward to it.
Think they're going to let me run the walls tomorrow, Ruuts?
That's the update. That'd be cool.
All right, folks. So I think that's our show, our final show of the year. Glad that we can finally get these 2 highly anticipated titles under our belt and look forward to 2023.
6 cents
But
is
before that, we're gonna-
8 to 10 hours. Sorry, I just wanted to clarify that. So that's even more game for your money.
That's 15 West hours at least.
Yeah, right.
least.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
At least.
Yeah. So well done. I mean, that's 2 Hubrises, right? Like Hubris is 5 hours. So yeah, well done. $10 less and twice as much game to play.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. And
fairly
what an
priced,
amazing
right?
world, right? Like if you want a
It is pretty. It's
Yeah.
a pretty world.
It's awesome looking. Yeah. If
I'm
you
a
like
sucker for
cyberpunk,
bloom.
mm,
Bloom and particle effects get me every time, and I've been in VR for 6 years, and still every time there's a lot of bloom, there's some particle effects, nice reflections, or rainy streets or whatever. Gets me every time to this day, and yeah, there's a lot of that going on here. Anyway, we're going to be back next week. We're going to get a game plan down for the 2022 show, and we're going to start double timing it on putting this thing together. We have had some time off. Honestly, I've been preparing for Vegas. That's what I've been doing. I've been preparing for Vegas. I've been learning about cameras and all kinds of other stuff. I haven't been doing a lot of 2022 show, so time to get on that. We'll get it all lined out in a few days, and we can't do Sunday. I'll just put that out there right now. I've got family stuff on Sunday, but maybe we can Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week do an hour, in the evening after Ruuts gets home, after Eric gets home. Anyway, I don't know exactly what day that'll be. Stay tuned. Make sure you ring the bell so that you'll be notified. Join us on the Discord. That's the best way to keep up with what we're doing. We're going to have polls open soon. I'll post them up on the Discord as soon as I get the polls together. And yeah, anything else I'm forgetting, fellas? Q2C VR Gamer tomorrow night. What you got going on, Eric?
we are going to talk about the gaming showcase. We'll touch on probably Hubris again and some tech that was announced the last couple days. Maybe a new Samsung headset.
We've been waiting on that Samsung headset for a long time. Is it the one that looks
Yeah,
like the fly with the bug eyes and
Mhm.
stuff?
that would be cool.
That would
I
be
want
cool.
that one. But
You remember it,
they're
right?
getting ready. They're reaching out, starting to send hardware. So or getting in touch with people to get them hardware. So something's coming.
Nice.
Yeah,
Tell them to get in touch with me.
Yeah, me too. Dark Angels,
will.
$13 super chat says, "Happy holidays, stranger night owls." Dark Angel, we appreciate you. You brought Jenna
Love you,
Sequoia
Dark
here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you for the support. Very much appreciated. That's like a double Dark Angel. Typical donut. She always does 650, but I
Oh,
guess
she must.
for the season, she's being extra
Nice.
generous. I appreciate it.
That's right.
Heck yeah.
Mind Jeff says it looks like a great game. It looks beautiful. Actually does. Looks really good. Anyway, I think that's our show for this week and this year, folks. Again, stay tuned. We've got a lot of extra content kind of planned. I don't want to put it out there what it is because obviously there's a lot more planned than what is actually going to end up being done. But we have some really cool stuff in store even before the end of the year gets here. So again, stay tuned if you haven't already. Click all the things, subscribe, ring the bell, support us on Patreon, and meet us in the Discord. We're in there 24/7, 365. Link in the description below. And with that said, friends, I'd like to thank you all once again for watching for Ruuts and Eric. I'm Wes. We will see you next year, friends. Good night.
Take it easy.
See you later.